You managed to prevent Rabban Var's provocation for ever being published. You managed to prevent Rabban Var's provocation for ever being published. A good effort and one that bought us time. From ever, I think. In order to take advantage of the situation, Prime Minister Blaine has shifted his schedule to fly out to Tripoli and meet Kassart to calm down the situation permanently. Rabban Var might have taken a severe blow, but he is far from giving up. Instead, he fires shots. See for yourself. We still doing this, huh? There's a lot of new stuff. All right. War is inevitable. They are out to discredit me and bring down what the people's voice stands for. But we are stronger. Okay. It's been on YouTube Mixer for a month now. Is it working? Rather, is it successful? Also, a reminder, the NBA draft lottery's tonight, and the Knicks are hoping to get Zion Williamson. And if the NBA is rigged, the Knicks will get Zion Williamson. Accidentally showed someone's social security number when showing another window, I think. Wasn't an actual SS number, but Twitch takes it seriously. Actually showed someone's SS number, but it wasn't a real SS number? Surprised you know. You posted the video, I think, one time in the FGC channel. I want to say maybe. Or at least on your Twitter. I remember seeing the link for it, but maybe it was to the gym and I didn't click it, which is why I just asked you. I remember him having an explanation video up, but I'm assuming Kaiser saw it and clicked it and watched it. Kaiser looks at more things than we give him credit for, to be honest. I think a lot of us here in the classroom actually do spend a lot of time looking at links that we think no one else looks at. It's just, I think a lot of us are not feeling like people are indebted to a reply right away, you know? Like, there's a lot of links that I'll see and I'll read and I'll click, but I won't respond with, hey, that was a good link. Kind of like people who watch the stream, right? Like someone like AJ comes in here and says, hey, what's up, guys? And no one answers. It's not because they don't see it. It's just, I think people answer in their head and go about their business, you know, or just don't answer right away. I don't know. It's a weird phenomenon. You know? War is inevitable. They're out to discredit me, blah, 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 blah. I may have lost this battle, but the war is not over. We will fight back against the traitors Kassart and Blaine who own this manipulative government apparatus designed to keep us under control. The government of the nation have dragged my family to this conflict, and I will not let them get away with this. I'm still here, and so is the people's voice, and we are loud. We have a strong group of supporters who are loyal and will help us get back on track. Know thyself, know thy enemy. We will fight back with completely new people's voice, resonating a kind of strength never before seen. I hereby declare war on the government and the nation who are trying to enslave their own people by manipulating the media. Down with the government, down with Kassart and Blaine. Yeah, Rick, it's a shame. It's almost like you haven't had waving emote this entire time, you son of a bitch. Hey, John. Welcome back. I support community, like tweets, like the video, share, go find people who have money IRL. Not saying it for ours past, just the thing that should be done. I agree. I agree. I agree, Kaiser. I think it's nice to show people that you're not ignoring them. But I can also understand times of just, like, sometimes I just forget to respond. You know, like I read Verily's chain tweet that he put up. Well, not the one he put up, but the one that he linked to. And I forgot to comment on it because I read it and I was out of energy, you know? But I see lots of stuff. I actually contributed to someone's GoFundMe about 6 months ago, but I did it anonymously. Actually, I've contributed to 3 GoFundMes in the last year and a half anonymously to friends and persons of interest. Decent sums. But I I do it anonymously. You responded, but the meme of you not responding, the meme is dead in its infancy. Man, I had a government joke about the far right and how they would see that, and couldn't quite put it into words. Okay, Riggs, I'll tell you what. In lieu of you not having a hello waving emote, I will find a way to get you a hello emote that'll do you justice. He's declaring war on the government. All right, bet. War? Can you believe it? Who does this prick think he is? Agent, this has to end today. Vart will no longer undermine the peace in neither Parges nor the nation. If it's war he wants, we can accommodate him. We have our own arsenal, the likes of which Vart doesn't dare to dream about. When Orwell was created, the office requested a number of additional features beyond the day-to-day tasks of investigators. Some top-level government members objected. They had the obnoxious idea to integrate an ethical codex into Orwell, limiting its capabilities. Naturally, this would not do for us. We are the nation's wardens, and we won't be restricted by some arbitrary set of rules. So we found a way, as we always do, to develop a branch of the Orwell project. The very piece of software you're using right now. Time to make use of its full potential. My God? Capcom Sakura Hey doesn't feel the same. Maybe it's because you don't play Sack. And because Sack was low tier, now she's mid tier? Maybe you should just play more Sakura and you'll fall in love with it. For sure, Kaiser. In an alternate timeline? There are no alternate timelines, John. Sorry. Headlines. Investigators avert catastrophe at the Circle Mall. Yay. Third bombing in Bonton Mall averted due to investigator success. Delacroix gives confirmation of efforts. That's me. I did that. Harrison O'Donnell. You're from the first game. Huh. You want a Hamamura Hey emote? He has too much hair for an emote. Once again, Bonton has become the center of attention due to a terrorist assault, except this time it has emerged unscathed. Due to the efforts of the Special Investigation Unit, the last in a series of 3 previously announced bombings has been averted. The proposed scene of the crime was the Circle Mall in the center of Bonton, which was locked down and secured by police forces yesterday evening right after the investigation team managed to correctly estimate what location the terrorists were aiming at. Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, gave a short conference to representatives of the press. In it, she stated the successful prevention of the bombing attempted to be proof for surveillance and investigative measures to be functional. The search for the perpetrators of these nefarious acts of crime would now be the top priority for the investigators, who have substantial leads. Damn. It can be done? Aren't you like basically an affiliate, Riggs? You can do it. Nah, Riggs, see, it's too small. It's too much work. This reminds me of the Shrouded Isle. Well, it's not. Although I haven't played at the Shrouded Isle, so I wouldn't be familiar with that or the context of what you're referring to. I can't believe Harrison O'Donnell's still writing for them. Huh. Like I said, Riggs, you're an affiliate. Kinda, right? You do it. If you're really the real Riggs, you'll do it. So are you the real Riggs or not? Movie director Iran sued by lead actors over breach of contract. Post-production of Grey Shadows Part 3 is on hold indefinitely. Release on Valentine's Day is endangered. No, you don't have to make a emote. You pay someone else. And spare me the, what? Pay someone? I ain't paying someone for that trash. It can spread like wildfire. You can become the next great emote person. All you gotta do is find somebody, give them a little spot. That's one night of wings you don't go to. That's one night of Miller Lite you don't go to. That's one emote. Just think, for one night of not having wings and beer, you can feed one starving artist. It has been a tough wait for fans in the ongoing Grey Shadows saga. The final act of the trilogy has already been postponed several times for a multitude of reasons, and now there seems to be yet another real threat of delay added to the list. Rhubarb Productions, the studio behind 100 Grey Shadows, today announced that post-production duties would be suspended until further notice. It was then reported that the suspension was due to a pending lawsuit filed by the lead actors Mike McNeil and Betty Avon against the movie's director, Sumishi Aran, who allegedly breached a clause in their contract. The agreement clearly stated that no images of the movie would be made public without explicit consent of both actors, which was not the case for the edited movie poster Aran has shared online on Thursday. This has put the expected Valentine's Day release in jeopardy. It's a game where you have to control a cult and you have to keep them obedient until a god comes. It's a difficult game. I'd rather play black and white already. That way I can guarantee God's always there. You know what I mean? What was it Ultron said? Every time the earth starts to settle, God throws a rock at it. And believe me, he's winding up. That's me. I play black and white, I'm always winding up. I'm always in the bullpen. Fans have been taking to online message boards, sharing theories that the lawsuit and other holdups during production have been arranged to cover up the desolate state of the movie. As a result, the Rhubarb Productions timeline profile has been bombarded with messages of anger, with rabid fans wanting answers. In the meantime, there is also news that is sure to soothe the fan spirit. McNeil and Avon have announced on both their websites that they have resolved their issues and are a happy couple once more. HH! What? Really? HH? It's like that? Brother? Sonic. What? Oh, that's the poster, huh? Rubbish. So what's this influencer thing? Behold the influencer, the centerpiece of our very own version of Orwell. Not even the government has a clue this thing exists. It can spread a story through social media channels efficiently and thoroughly, and I am putting you in charge of it. First, we need the thesis, a key statement which Raban made in his latest article. For real? The government dragging this family into the conflict? They should have clearly opposed Raban's actions, nothing would have happened. Well, we will counteract this claim accordingly. Let me set that in the influencer. Well, here we go. Here's how this works. We can't simply make up and randomly spread stuff. Instead, I need you to get me palpable information which can be used to counter Raban's statement. From pairs of data chunks that create a certain context together, I can construct a narrative which can then be spread in the influencer. So, find me data chunks to construct of a narrative from form? With a thesis set in the influencer, new data chunks may be discoverable in old documents or call transcripts. Take a look around. No idea what she's saying right now. You prefer Juranaga with one click or two? Indifferent. But that said dick. I had to sit up and look again. That's all it takes, Riggs. I wasn't listening, but now? What? The government has willfully dragged upon the Bard family in the conflict. You are not my wife anymore. Oh, good, and cost any time. My, why would anyone be enraged about such a bagatelle? Does it hurt when your own reality proves to be fake, Vart? Be that as it may, we can surely utilize this circumstance for our own good. It's not strong enough on its own, though. Keep looking for something to reinforce this face with. Fact? What is happening on day 3? Dick, what is the matter with you? What is this? Oh, they're still talking? I'm so sorry about what happened. I haven't the foggiest notion who posted this bloody picture. It's not your fault. It was me who wanted the picture taken in the first place. God, that was so stupid. I'm really sorry. It's okay, Karen. We wanted this together. What are you up to now? You're not going home, are you? I need to. No, please don't. After this, I'm not sure what he'll do. Ilya, what's the worst that can happen? He would never be violent to me. You know that. And you know that my offer still holds, don't you? Dewhurst is beautiful around this time of year. Yes, I got that flyer you sent me. It's beautiful for sure, but I told you I just can't leave Bonton. I've got to go now. I'm not sure I'll be able to get back to you on here. Keep your head down. All right, drop me a message in case anything goes wrong. Raban knows anyway. Best of luck to you. They're still trying to beat bop boot behind his back? It's probably not going to get any sleep now when I leave for work. The question is wondrous tales. What are you asking? What I don't understand. What are you asking? Wondrous tales? Question mark? What about it? Admin log. Maybe I can Kupo. Remove contributor status from Ilya. Remove contributor status from Daniel. Wow. Goodbye, editors. Could it be that our actions caused a bit of trouble among the ranks of people's voice? Good. Yay. So here we go. I don't understand anything you're saying right now since you've arrived. I understood Press's Jeopardy, and then you said Sonic, and then you said question is wondrous tales, and then so here we go. So I'm confused. Help. Discussion. I am not afraid of you. I will not go away. Raban, things are getting out of hand with the people's voice. All of these personal insults against you, flying around on blabber, and your spiteful articles. We're long past the point of no return. We're no longer a group of journalists with thoughtful and considered rhetoric. Instead, the site has become a mouthpiece for an egocentric maniac who declares war against governments. I will not put up with this anymore. I quit. You are such a coward. You always have been. Now we finally see our influence growing, that our voice is being heard, that changes in the air. You just run off and quit? I should have known that when you signed on that you weren't built to stand this heat, just another bag of air that chickens out when things start to get really interesting. Seriously, Raban? Insulting our staff? What kind of leader are you? What kind of journalist are you? You have long stopped uncovering the so-called truth. You have turned into a liar and puppeteer yourself. Ooh, hoof, 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 hoof. You are no better than Cassart or Blaine, or the others that you keep criticizing. Count me out. I'm done. I will not put up with this. Grow a backbone, you cowards. Oh, you know what? Don't worry. I'll take away your contributor status. I don't need you anyway. If you're not willing to go all the way with me, you are against me. You've been in my way for far too long already. This dude is yikes right now. Raban is becoming more and more unhinged, sensing betrayal around every corner. First, he wants nothing to do with his wife any longer. Now this. One could easily get the idea Raban Vart's family members aren't quite as important to him as he claims. Let me compose a narrative from what we've got. Okay. Agent, the first narrative is ready to be sped through the influencer. To do so, drag it to the slot in the influence window confirmed. Using the influencer is extensive and takes about an hour of time to complete. We'll only get a very limited chances of spreading narratives today. Make sure they count. However, I'd probably warn you, what's out there is out there forever, and information can be a most devastating weapon. Now, if you do the honors. So the thesis. The government has willfully dragged Rabban Vart's family into the conflict. That's his thesis right there. Antithesis. Hashtag save Karen and Ilya. How Rabban Vart is terrorizing his wife and brother after he learned of their affair. Ooh. It's spreading? Question mark? It's working? Question mark? Oh, it does take an hour to complete. Jesus. Not real time, but... Wow. The first information spread by your command alone. It's a beautiful thing. The destruction of truth, isn't it? I believe we pulled the right strings there. People have swallowed the bait, as you can see on Blabber. We had some good impact on the listener count. I have no doubt Rabban won't let go so easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see an appropriate response from him soon. Perhaps you can find out what he's up to before he's actually publishing it, so we can prepare our next narrative beforehand. Oh, wow. He lost a chunk. Yo. It takes a second, and this is where I derped. And hi. Hello. Kupo. To you. To you and all those you hold dear. Kupo. I got the magic in me. Let's see. Hashtag save Karen and Ilya. What happened? I always thought you were a bit out of touch in your articles, but terrorizing your family? Not cool. Especially for someone claiming to speak in the name of the people. Hashtag save Karen and Ilya. Ooh, baby, I love the way every day. You know nothing about my private life. Your claims are wrong. You don't have the right to judge me. Fuck you, Vart. You have crossed many lines since you started this ridiculous blog, but intimidating your own family's beyond. I have never and would never be aggressive in any way towards my family. I do not owe you an explanation for anyway. Call back in the hole you ascended from. He's getting less retweets too. Uh-oh. What happened to Karen and Ilya? They were sleeping together. Behind Rabban's back. I dug through their personal profiles and found plenty of stuff that proved it. The key information came when Karen offered to play a game of that Cardstone game with Ilya, and she went by the name Mary P, which was her hidden name, right? And so if you go to his log area, you can type in players he's played against, and I added Mary P, and sure enough, Mary P showed up on there, which was the connection between all that stuff. And then that led to the idea of where they met up and the hotel thing. Went back to his bank records and found the hotel location on there, put in the hotel information, found the hotel address, went back to Karen's photo book area, put in the address of the hotel, and found a selfie of her and him together, smoochy facing. Easy life. That ratio, yeah, not great. You did the right thing, and this whole save Karen and Ilya hype is BS. Infidelity is a sin, and you should not let those two get away with it without punishment. I would never, ever do anything to harm my dear wife. Yike. But on Twitter, I know, right? Isn't this so great? This is pretty creepy. Don't worry, John. We're going to look yours up next. Destroy the media monsters. What? No scheduled publishing time. You will always fight back. In the dark caves of the endless information network, they lurk, out to get any innocent victim standing in their way. As from now, I shall call them medium monsters, the government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures who cannot be considered human are again trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. They cannot tear us apart. You think your friends are loyal to you? Swear to me, dog. His family is loyal to him? Oh please, I wonder if Raban believes himself for what he writes there. In any case, let's see if we can shake up that feeling of loyalty a bit and prove Raban wrong, for himself and the public. Agent, get me pairs of data chunks from which I can construct narratives that we can spread. Pay attention to anything we might be able to use to put Ilya or Karen's loyalty to him in doubt. Oh, I think I can do that. His family's always been loyal to him? Oh no. You sweet summer child. Oh, this is beautiful. Access to your PC. First your phone, now your PC? Give me all your information, Karen. Maybe I can find John Garrison's information in there too. Double whammy. Imagine being a sweet summer child. Okay, I'm imagining. What now? Oh, it's it's a pharmaceutical network, people. Rehab council? Case report, patient. Psychological report, final report, patient name Raban Navart. 2012, 5 years ago. Oh boy, this entire case report. This is an actual breakdown, wow. Raban Vart, aka John Garrison. I am Karen Levine and I've been working for Bonton Rehab as a clinical psychologist since February 2010. My specialist field is psychological trauma. Full details of my qualifications and project history provided separately by my employer, the Rehab Council by Bonton, yeah. The patient is a Pargesian refugee whom I've been treating since 2011. The patient was assigned to Outer Bonton Reception Camp where he was treated for symptoms of PTSD, traumatic events and severe injury that caused the patient to lose his ability to walk in his home country coupled with his recent immigration to the nation are major contributing factors. Therapy progression. The patient was initially very unresponsive and reclusive, even apathetic in therapy sessions. Occasionally, the patient would even switch to a rather aggressive tone when I pushed too much towards him, revealing details about his experiences and emotional state. This is probably due to the difficult conditions of living in the refugee encampment for an extensive amount of time, which is very much in conflict with the patient's personality, valuing strong individuality. Around the summer of 2012, the patient went through a sudden change. He seemed to become more outgoing, happier, and willing to talk more, though was still trying to keep conversations superficial. Throughout the sessions, the patient has been opening up more and more, and I feel like we have been making tremendous progress. In addition, the patient also seemed to much more appreciated by fellow camp residents. As of writing this, I am unsure whether to attribute the change to the effects of the therapy or to external factors. Recommendation. Although the patient seems to have made a lot of progress during the past few months, I strongly recommend to extend therapy and would like to keep him under close observation personally, to ensure the progress achieved by the patient so far continues and determine the exact cause of the change in personality. I will therefore file a request for extending therapy by 6 months. Might come in handy later on. Think about it. Ooh, who is this? Your brother, Ilya. Yes. Same thing. School, his brother involved in bombing. Yes, we know that. While being very shy and unwilling to talk about the details of experiences for several weeks at the beginning of therapy, the patient has slowly become more outgoing and open for several sessions. His optimism and overall social and friendly character, as well as a tendency to look at the bright side of things, has helped him a lot to get through the psychological trauma of the hardships he and his brother faced back in Parges. As the patient slowly opened up, he especially emphasized his heroic escape from the military service in Parges on multiple occasions. He also seemed to be more and more interested in myself and my private life, making it difficult for me to maintain my professional distance as a therapist. Interesting. Optimistic and good-natured. Might need that. sure this can be changed. Yeah, no kidding. What else we got in your stuffs? Your private stash? Save protocol, Raban 83? Hey, lovely man, how are you today? Smiley face. Hey, smiley face, not so good. What happened? I stood in the lunch line for 1.5 hours and there was nothing but bread left. You know, I'm not at all fussy with food, but after not having any lunch for the last 2 days, it stresses me out. The guy at the food handout told me to fuck off if I didn't like it. Oh my god, I have no idea how you stay so calm. It makes me furious even hearing about it. I would have exploded a long time ago. If the guy at the office canteen talked to me like that, I'd get him fired. You know you can't compare this place to an office canteen. I know, it's just, how is it even legal to treat people like that? Calm down, love. I don't mind people being assholes. They're stressed out just themselves. What really bugs me is that nobody really gives a shit about anyone here. Everyone's just trying to get by without being hungry or tired day by day. What's up, Deontay? You changed your name. You changed your name. Let's actually put your name in there. Good look. Hang in there, darling. Never forget you're a real hero to the others and to me, smiley face. I love how you always want to help me, but please stop saying that. It makes me uncomfortable. You are far too modest. You should be proud of what you've done. Anyway, not much longer now. I can't wait, smiley faced. By the way, I have picked a location. I think we have a beautiful wedding ceremony at Bonton City Park. I just wanted to keep it small and in the open air instead of renting a huge venue and making a big fuss about it. Plus, I think it'll make for some really nice serene photos. Smiley face. Anything you want is fine for me, but Karen, are you sure you want this, aren't you? I'm getting the feeling I've been rushing into something that might not be good for you. Bon, come on, you didn't rush me at all. It was my idea. Do you want this? If you want it, absolutely sure. I love you. Yikes. I love you too. Then let's do it. Smiley face. Might come in handy actually later on to just to find some hidden photos and stuff. But you can find a photo somewhere? I know. That's my intent. Smiley face. Splash? That's not. Nope. Beautiful Dewhurst. Ooh, it's the flyer. Why is it in the trash, though? Ilya sent her the flyer to move to Dewhurst. Show conflict. Doesn't want to leave Bonton. Interested in moving to Dewhurst. I don't think she is interested in moving to Dewhurst. I mean, you could say it's in the trash to protect herself from being caught, but at the same time, I don't think she wants to go to Dewhurst. I'll resolve that conflict once I have more information. At the current juncture, I don't think I'd have enough that I'm comfortable with making that conclusion. That being said, admin log, what are you doing now? Ban access from phone. Ilya. This dude's extra mad. This dude's extra mad. Nobody gets access to anything. I respect that. Oh yeah, by the way, Karen, where's your photo album? I'm interested in something. Yes, this actually. Bonton City Park. Yoink. Private? Not anymore. Was this the happiest day of my life? I'm not sure. I was happy, though. Was it a rushed decision? Maybe it was, in hindsight. There were ups and downs, but if our marriage has brought any good, Raban and Ilya finally didn't have to endure that awful camp any longer. Oh my god. Married to leave the camp. Really? Permanent residency is granted upon marriage to a citizen, for the spouse as well as family members. Questionable thing, if you ask me, especially if the circumstances of that marriage were to appear shady. Yeah, false pretenses. There's a lot of yikes going on. Hello, Martin. Saint Martin, who has his own canteen, where he says boop bop bop and always stays clean. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit in Tripolith. Indeed. Let's go to your desktop, shall we, sir? You have her as your background image. Man, you got it bad. When you're on your phone looking at the backdrop of Karen, you've got it bad. When you want to hit it from the backside with her, you don't care if your brother's feelings get hurt or he threatens you with bodily harm, because you know that you got it bad. Oof. That's a bold move. And dumb. Take me straight to context. Her mobile number? Just give me all the information I need, please. Thank you very much. Though I thought I already had it, maybe not. A new mobile node? It could be the same access point, actually. We'll see. Oof, OMG. Yeah, right. Some part of me wants to feel gross for going through all this stuff. The other part of me doesn't want to feel gross. Notes. I have one of these note apps. Butter, eggs, bacon, and shoes. You gonna make her an omelet inside of a penny loafer? Back to the Future 2, lent to Zlatko, remind him again. Yeah. Never forget, ask Uncle Samos about Captain Ilya Janeway? I doubt I'll need this, but I'll forget it because it doesn't seem important right now, so you never know. Okay. Gallery. Your big tournament win. Congratulations. Yeah, you won 4,000 for that. Fresh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Little holiday photo action. That's it, huh? Okay. Nice hand smiley face, by the way. Smiley face. Cassie Watergate Christmas party. Okay. Sky chat? Haha, what a nerd. Hey, you. Hey, what's up? March 20th. This is a month ago. Just wanted to see whether the website's up. Oh, yeah, this is the message they sent to each other. Ooh, I don't want to read it. I'm anxious. April 15th, unsent drafts. Listen, I have my own set of drafts that were unsent that I later deleted. So when I see unsent draft, I'm not sure if I want to read it. I'm going to check my unsent drafts right now. Get the courage. The juice. I knew! Okay. Unsent draft, what you doing? All right. This is today. Karen, oh God, it's so much. Okay. Karen, I've spent so much time lately thinking that things were becoming far too complicated. Yet now I realize that everything is actually becoming easier. Raban fired me from the people's voice, and it's like a weight has been lifted from my chest. I suddenly feel free. And I wonder why I didn't change things earlier. Not just with the blog, but with ... Us. You said that you couldn't just leave your life behind, but Karen, what kind of life are you living now? A life stuck inside a cage dictated by Raban and his whims. It's time to be true to yourself. Karen, I love you and want to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm going to leave for Dewhurst soon. Please come with me. I finally want to be... Yoink. If this isn't an affront to loyalty, I don't know what is. Their affair is one thing, but we need something to show Karen is going all in with Ilian now to disprove her loyalty as well. I mean, there's the Dewhurst article, but it doesn't prove. It's in the trash. It's not proof. It's trash proof. I know, Kaiser, I know. He really got his entire heart out there, huh? Put it in a little box and wrapped it up and just hasn't sent it yet. He has to finish writing it. Skittle. That's messed up and great. Wonderful. That's really good. Hey dude, didn't find the chance to congratulate you yet. What an epic win. Congrats. Thanks. It still seems surreal. Ilya Vart, winner of the HOV Major 2017. Sounds good to me. Smiley face. Yeah, sure does. You know what sounds even better? Dewhurst, that's what. What's up with that? I'm out of here. Straight on my way to Dewhurst very soon. Oh wow, we're gonna miss you, man. But I'm really happy for you. Best of luck. Thanks, Damien. His friend's a snake? Only Riggs gets 2 of those jokes. What's up with that? Maybe spit out my juice? Oh. Oh, you got that one too, huh? Okay, good. I'm glad you got that one too. He really was about to send a 4-page letter and close it with an E-kiss. Hit it with that Soldier Boy. Kiss me through the phone. Kiss me through the phone. Cassandra Watergate. Oh, that's the person from the photo. Oh, last year. Yeah. God, I'm so sick of this place. How do you keep up with this, Ilya? Every time I see you, it seems like nothing ever troubles you. I'm holding on to my dreams. Ellipse. Smiley face. You know, one day I'm getting out of here. I can feel it. I only do the stuff I want to then. Huh, didn't think you'd be the one to call it quits so easily. Nah, it's not exactly easy. Truth be told, I often dream about quitting. And not just quitting, but getting out and away from my brother. From everything and everyone, but I can't leave him. He needs me. I feel you. I can't imagine how. Just look at that Christmas party photo of you on my phone. You seem so carefree. Your parents are crazy rich people. Nothing should be worrying you. Crazy rich assholes, more like it. We argue about the course of the company constantly. Blue hair, are you even thinking? You don't represent the values of the company with blue hair. It's always the fucking company all the time. I get it. My brother could be like that at times. Shit, that's ugly. I thought they were kind of nice. For the cameras only. If you hate it that much, why don't you go then? How? It's what they call the golden cage. Life is nice and they feed you with silver spoons and shit, but there's no getting away. Not from family. You can't run from a name. Yeah. Right. Cassie, what would you really like to do if you could just walk your own path? Art. Definitely art. Always loved that. I know it sounds kind of dumb. Doesn't sound dumb to me. Keep dreaming. One day, perhaps. Yeah, if lightning strikes me or something, winky face. This is myself and Martin chatting. Oh, you're right. I thought I recognized her name. Cassandra Watergate. She has the blue hair in the first game. Yeah. It's the second nod they've made to the first game. The first is the other one I noticed is well, there's been a few obviously, Catherine Delacroix and everything else, but they have the guy who was in that band, the Butts, whatever they're called, the lead singer, publishing articles for TMB, and also mentioned his band as well again in the game. The thing is, this is old information, and it's kind of, it can be easily disproved. I mean, this is from a year ago, right? This text from a year ago. He wants to get away from him, but he can't just leave him. He needs him. You know, that's a year ago saying that. I'm not sure if that's... I know it does, but the thing is here's the thing, right? We're constructing a narrative that disproves the idea that his family is loyal to him. And game-wise, I feel like we could create a false narrative by putting these details in there, which would back the narrative. Well, that would be our antithesis, right? Antitheses, if you will, is saying, yeah, but take a look at these things, right? But in my head, these are kind of false narratives. This is information from a year ago, and there's no telling what can change in a year. So we've been putting out information that seems like it's correct, but you could easily fact check it and say, yeah, but how much feeling can you change in a year? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure I want to upload it yet. Where are you? Penn Street, 125. Isn't that where you live? Okay, yeah, you're home. Thought so. Good memory, Adrian. Thanks. E-ticket. Your e-ticket wallet is empty. I bet this is where you're going to put your ticket when you're ready to go and travel to Dushare. What if Mary has a change of heart and decides to stay with Raban and not run away with Ilya and breaks his heart? And then we publish a narrative saying, see, she's disloyal and she ends up trying to leave with Raban, making us like idiots because she actually wants to leave, stay with him and not leave with Ilya. I see what you're trying to do to me and I don't like it, game. But I was not born yesterday, so this is not going to work, friendo. Nice try, though. Need a little extra to dramatize the story more? Between the Bull of Alamigo and some doofus who plays magic, not a hard choice. I get it. Raban, right? And technically, if you're going to use the comparison, wouldn't it be the Bull of Alamigo and some dude who plays Triple Triad? God, he really has this unsent draft just chilling here. I hate it. Interesting that nothing pops up for past stuffs. I don't think she wants to leave. I'll be honest, I don't think she does. It's in the trash. I don't think she wants to go. I believe this. I believe she can't just leave Bonton yet. That's what my gut tells me. I'm gonna follow my gut. Loyal despite everything that happened. Bah, she'd be better off leaving her husband behind. Raban Varda's doom, he will go down, and if Karen is still around at that time, so will she. Sorry, game. It is what it is, though, you know what I'm saying? All I know is that I almost got my wife stolen just now by this degenerate at the son of... Your wife stole... Oh. You really think that the would-be leader of Azim Steppe is your wife? Okay. Do you? Even like my trap card, yeah, I'm staying with Raban. Like one of those old gaming dating shows. What do you think? Go your separate ways or stay together? All right, you're choosing come with me to do hers, and you chose stay together. Oh no. As Ilya hits send on his phone too. Boop boop. She dies? Why would she die? I will never reveal if a character does or does not die to someone, but I'll always ask the question, why would she die? What threatens her that she would have death happen to her? Relax. I'm just saying that she lives in the place with some of the most handsome people alive. And you think because you strolled through as the warrior of light with some boxing gloves on, she's gonna be like, damn, honey, take me with you. You're not even a stay-at-home, what are you, a kitty cat? You're not even a stay-at-home kitty cat, or you're a row. You're not even a stay-at-home row. You know? She needs solidity and stability, someone who lives with her at the Azim step. You're a row who goes, I don't know where, Mordona, Revenant's Toll, Alamigo, Little Alamigo, Golden Saucer, Wolves Den Pier, like, yeah. I'm just saying that you should keep your expectations low, you know, so you don't get your heart broken. You're not even Barago? He's not even Barago. He's not even Barago. A Makai monk is not the same thing as being a Barago. It's not. That's like saying that, hey man, Kaiser's saying, you know, you're not even, like, Adrian won an Oscar, and you're like, I won a Nickelodeon Choice Award. See, it's the same thing. Like, come on, buddy. There's a reason that Justin Bieber and Will Smith win every single year. Where in other locations, you have people like Daniel Day-Lewis, you know, winning. I got slimed, bro. Yeah, imagine going to the Azim step and then you get slimed. Martin, do you have a letter to her in your Moogle draft letters? Serenia, run away with me. Be with me forever. Don't live in the Azim step forever. Be with me, the Makai monk. We can tour all the Eorzea together. You're like a bird in a cage right now. Choice Award is better? Shit. When it was a blimp, an orange blimp. Is it still an orange blimp? I don't think it is. When it was still an orange blimp, it was sick. Now it's just laughable. As I win a Nickelodeon Choice Award and scream and can celebrate, and someone finds this stream and posts it the same day, and I go, welp, got me. That sounds very nice guy-like, haha. Well, you can tell because haha would be the response. Haha, good idea. Haha, smiley face. 69, nice, you're getting so very close. Congrats ahead of time, dude. Scene, yeah. We can throw all the areas together. Scene. Ooh, okay. Come on, give me the green light. Cause I'm ready to go. Oh, 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 cause I'm ready to go. There's an unknown data chunk that I haven't found yet. Now I look stupid. Until I find it. Yo, Serenia is nice, okay? She's like those religiously insane in yellow or those admittedly very cool but not entirely durable undying one. My character is good enough for her. Martin, until you're willing to go to the Azim step and go to the Moon Mother cliff or whatever and throw yourself off for her love, then you don't deserve her. You'll never win that award. No, I'd win. It's just, it would get redacted. That's all. That one's a good one? Yeah, but I want to see the conflict, though. It's not good enough. You know what I mean? There's one article missing. You see there's 2 data chunks already that haven't been discovered yet. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna find it. I have nothing less but search engines. Okay. I can search. I can search. Can I do anything to Percoleaks? I have no documents to upload to Percoleaks. Frustrating. Thanks, bro. That's stupid. See, you say that until the next time you start playing, and she says, if you really wanted to care about me and to save me, you would do this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send her a screen cap of your message. Why would she ask me to do that? That's stupid. And I'd be like, oop. You know, it's a funny thing. Ashir N said about your idea of true love and discovering it. He said, that sounds stupid. I wonder if their uncle. I don't have enough information, I don't think. Well, maybe Ilya Vart. I don't have his full name, though. Roland? You in here? Have you ever played this dude in the card game before? Do you play your uncle in this game? Nah, you don't. You played Roland, though. I think I already found that out. Yeah, that's where we discovered the prize money. Right, bet. Karen's album. Simos. You fucking... Anything for Dewhurst? Wants to leave Bonton? I know that. Thank you, game. Ah! You're frustrating. You know that? You have a picture of Nina? It just sounds awkward to say out loud. You got a picture of Nina in here I can look at? For research purposes. You do Mary P in there? Bitch. Make me sick. Still nothing about David Johns, really. Simos, wait a minute. Could you have... Do you work in the government? Is that your code name, sir? Or madam? You want to give a hit so badly? Don't do it. 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 I would time you out to the end of time. For the end of time. And then I feel bad because I enjoy you. Not even like a smidge of a hint. Not even like a you're so close. I can you just try a little harder. But thank you for not. $12 million seconds? Well, never mind. Perhaps you just spoil when the end of time is. The end of time is in 12 million seconds, so thanks, Prebs. me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, we go, 'cause I'm ready to go. You haven't beaten God of War yet? I think 12 million seconds is plenty of time to beat God of War. The Princess of Norway is dating a dude who claims to be a 6th generation shaman who resurrected himself and can cure cancer. To be right back, I need to find a single Norwegian royal who will believe I am the savior of Azeroth. I mean, is it surprising? Let's consider this year's news articles, shall we? Man gets free KFC for a year by convincing place that he is a local taste tester sent by the company to make sure that the food is up to standards. Princess What's-Her-Face, Russian immigrant, moves into New York City, convinces everyone there that she's a mogul and descendant and heir to a throne or something of some sort, and becomes a fashion icon, and then later on decides to get sentenced and wears fashion statements on her way to the courthouse and in the courthouse. Anna Sorkin was her name, I think. Yeah. So, Princess of Norway dating a shaman who says that is not really surprising. You know what I mean? Water freezes at 32 Fahrenheit, not a spoiler, but scientific factoid. Loving this stream. Hey, Silenus, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. However, with respect to all of our friends here, water freezes at 32 Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. Respect the Euros, or respect the rest of the world. That's a better way of putting it, I guess. Respect everyone except for the United States, Liberia, and like one other nation. So. KFC chicken is really low tier. Shaman, whatever. Define KFC. Clippybot's tired, man. There's a reason that it happened with KFC, Kaiser, because KFC doesn't care. I dare someone to try that at any Popeyes across the entire world. They will laugh in your face because they know better. You'd have Mama from that Mama's Kitchen thing calling you in a heartbeat. Honey, you thought you could fool me and get free Popeyes chicken for a year? I don't think so, honey. Louisiana knows better. Fahrenheit, such a dumb unit. The only reason I do like Fahrenheit, I understand the idea of Celsius, and I think Celsius is superior. Maybe. Yes, actually it is superior. I like Fahrenheit for feelings of discrepancy in weather, personally, for your own flesh, right? If someone says, Adrian, yes, don't wear a long sleeve outside in California, it's currently 75 degrees. I'll be like, ugh, I guess. But if someone's like, hey, it's 72 degrees, 71 degrees, I might go, yeah, I can roll the sleeves up a bit, right? That much of a discrepancy means a lot to me. It allows me a lot more flexibility. Same between 50 and 52 and 54 and 55. If it's Celsius and someone says, hey, Adrian, it's freezing outside. How freezing is it? Well, it's like 32 degrees. That's pretty damn cold. But then they say if it's like 40 degrees, I'm like, well, isn't that cold? Doesn't seem that cold. Like wool socks maybe, or just regular cotton socks, you know? But for all other measurements, yeah, Celsius your heart out. John Garrison, this is not a Lilo and Stitch. Oh my god, just realized why Prepsky said that earlier. Prepsky, I apologize. Well done. This is not Lilo and Stitch. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. How dare you? Look. See? Gotta go fast. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't double down. I knew that. Yuck, yuck. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm sure you could do it at Chick-fil-A. So, Kaiser, on that subject, not to get too off track, I was up late last night because I couldn't sleep, right? And I was getting some water. The TV was on like I think 13 or ABC, like their early news network show that they air super early in the morning, with the bald black guy who looks like Wayne Brady if Wayne Brady was in Total Recall and had like a face over his face. Talks like Jonathan Coachman, and what's her name? Basically Sage Steele next to him, and they were talking about Chick-fil-A and getting food at Chick-fil-A, and passed right over it. And she stopped and said, "Wait, we're not going to discuss that? Discuss what? Chick-fil-A? Really? Oh, vegetarian options. Chick-fil-A is considering getting vegetarian options at Chick-fil-A because you can get vegetarian options at McDonald's, BK, and Taco Bell." And then they went to the next article of news, and she was like, "We're not going to discuss that? Discuss what? Chick-fil-A's vegetarian options. We're eating at Chick-fil-A." I mean, I don't. If you want to discuss it, I guess we can discuss Chick-fil-A. You want to discuss Chick-fil-A? I love to discuss Chick-fil-A, and like you could see her career flashing before her very eyes. Like thinking, "Oh Lord!" But if it was ABC, she probably would have been safe, to be honest, to continue the discussion. I think she would have been all right with what she was going to say and what she wanted to say. And then later on, they had a discussion about some really bad tasting food. He said, "All right, would you rather eat that? Would you rather eat at Chick-fil-A?" And she was like, "I'd rather eat that bad food." This shirt is not a disgrace to Sonic. It looks as good. Fahrenheit is superior. That's why they call Freddy Mr. Fahrenheit. Mr. Celsius. Shut up. Anyway, I'm going back to the game because I can't speak to any of you right now. Oh, hi. Hi. Hello. Hello, it's me, Prepsky. Kupo. If it takes 1 hour to create a narrative, and the game ends around 6 p.m., and I can only upload, let's call it 4 narratives to allow time to create the narratives. Yeah, local news channels don't say a word because they are usually owned by super right-wing media companies like Sinclair. You get like the old school 1985 movie boss as like your media boss. You know, the phone's ringing in the background, the landlines. "Hello, hello. You, get in here." They all sound like J. Jonah Jameson. They're like rubbing their suspenders like this. "What are you doing out there?" "Just telling the news, boss, like it is." "You know, you got the media breathing down my neck right now. You got my boss breathing down my neck. You look, Adrian, you're a good kid, man, but you gotta stop pulling this stuff. I can't keep saving you. I'm just trying to tell the truth. Tell the truth. Minimize. That's our job." "Is that our job? I thought our job was the truth." "Close the door." You know, one of those old school things. Yeah. That'd be a great response, actually. "I'm sorry about the Chick-fil-A thing I said on the air." "Forget that. Get me more pictures of Spider-Man." "What? Get me more pictures of Spider-Man." Okay. I can do that. "If he was gonna be famous, we'll make him infamous." We weren't talking about Spider-Man, but okay. I'll do what I can. Thanks, boss. "Parker, get in here. You're fired." "Wait, rehired." Despite how bad looking back Spider-Man was, homeboy playing J. Jonah Jameson was he is as J. Jonah as Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. Like, he was made for that role. Made for that role. Made for that role. Damn good coffee. He's really feeling himself, isn't he? J.K. Simmons is so good. He is. He's really, really, really good. Cave Johnson. I know, right? My little Cave Johnson I got back there? Yeah. The whole lemon speech. Yeah. I recognized his voice right away in Portal, and I said, this is going to be heaven. The game was already good, then it was great, just like that. It's amazing. I have a picture of Ice Cube as J. Jonah Jameson. Is that who you're talking about, Adrian? Because I'm lost. I'm talking about J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. I'm here for the MeUndies and the MeUndies alone. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, I have good news and bad news. The good news is, yes, this is the channel for MeUndies. The bad news is, the MeUndies giveaway is not till Saturday. There's a MeUndies giveaway every Saturday. That's not today. Today is not... Today Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. So... Right. Got all those games and put on the trench coat for 5 minutes in BBS. 5, try 3. Remember when I used to do the impression? Whenever I think Riggs is in here and he's lurking and I'm not sure he's going to answer, I just go... Wait, wait, wait. I don't know. I would not let them tell me. And now God bends to my helm. Well. You're giving away your underwear? Gross. No one's asking for your underwear? Shut up, John. Mr. thought Sonic was Lilo and Stitch. Justice League? Nice. Nice. Orphan Battle Royale? Nice. The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. Wow, I would not want to pick a fight with this guy. Day versus night. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham. I've been here for like 2 hours and have absolutely no idea what's going on. Dude, Nickel Bear, same. That's kind of my appeal. You know? It's like, man, he plays some really cool indie games and he's good at like AAA games, and then he gets distracted for 10 minutes by doing dumb stuff. And that's how you become one of us. You know what I'm saying? You're one twit. Well, Martin, answer me this. I'll ask you one question, Martin. One. What company are you a part of? The Maelstrom, the Immortal Flames, or the Twin Adders? I'm holding out for the People's Elbow admin panel. Well, John Garrison, my dream is to one day find Riggs at a bar, like a karaoke bar or like an open bar. Go there without telling him. Get on the overhead mic and go, Martha dies. Martha also dies. And then leave and never tell him I was there. That's my dream. And I will deny it to the day I die. You were there, dude. Why would I be near Cleveland, dude? I was streaming that evening. Twin Adders? I did not ask you. But good to know. Immortal Flames? Yeah, man. Yeah, you're 1 for 10 right now, Martin. You will not see your mount until November. The freelance life? Dude, okay, so hear me out. When I was 9 of 10 and I had 16 straight losses, 14 of those I went freelance. And I still got Immortal Flames. Because I think it still tries to default you to your default company. But you can freelance otherwise. Like, even if you're in the freelance icon, they'll still try to get you with your main group most of the time. And sure as shit, I never saw Maelstrom, actually. I was like Twin Adder twice. And Maelstrom never, actually. But a welcome one? Aww. You feel that's, you can just go? Haven't regretted it? Final Fantasy 14, Selenus. I don't like the fact that there's an unknown data chunk that I haven't accessed yet. That's what bothers me. For those of you wondering, none of you were. I want to see the other data chunks that these are conflicting with. Well, I guess these are important details. This might be the key. Considering the trauma he endured when his school got bombed, this comes as no surprise. Okay. One related document? Okay. You're an unknown data chunk? Got him? Nice. Probably his porn stash? You switched to Flames? Why would you switch to the Immortal Flames? I'm confused. Oh, this goes to Karen. There you go. How awfully caring of her. Or maybe not. This could be useful to make Raban doubt Karen's motivation in marrying him. We need the right context first. That's the narrative I want. That's the narrative I want. What's this game about? So Orwell is a nod to the novelist who wrote 1940 through 1949. And the idea that Big Brother's watching, and you know the whole book about that, and the having your packs of cigarettes in there and all that kind of stuff, and the looking through the keyholes, and you add attention to that kind of stuff. So Orwell is a system built in-game to monitor citizens' daily lives and neutralize any threats, both foreign and domestic, before they can come to fruition. And we act as intermediaries for the government. And so there are agents like myself, and there are investigators, I think, which is what Butt is. And so instead of Butt just coming up with her own crackpot theories and then submitting whatever she wants to the government and saying, or the police force, and saying, take care of this, it's my job to find information that I think is relevant to create a narrative, or rather produce a narrative that proves that there is a threat or there is not a threat. So in short, I read news articles, I pinpoint terroristic threats or non-threats, I find information that credits them or discredits them, raises the value of the threat, and look for clues, and then give them to my intermediary, and then she evaluates this information and finds out what's adding up to the correct choice. And then after that point, she tells the police, task force, whomever it may be, to neutralize the threats based on the info that I've given them. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. It's all based on how you're able to interpret the information that is being presented, giving you access to things like people's social media, their private like Tinder accounts, their blogs, stories from 5 months ago, stories from 5 years ago, message boards they wrote on. If there's access to anything, it has to be in plain sight, right? In theory. So if someone's in their apartment and took a selfie of themselves and behind them is a UID, which just happens to be their login for their phone, we can use that to get into the phone because the information was out there and present. And then anything we find in the phone can be used. Patriot Act stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we Patriot Act our way into the phone and find information, and they can't be like, but that's private. Nah, dog, the info was right there. You're a threat. We looked in your phone, found evidence that correlates with that. Welcome to 2019, or in this game's case, 2017. Right now, we're on day 3 out of 3 days, and we're trying to find more information to make sure that the current threat does not do anything bad. The end. I hope that helps. Butt, is that like man? No. That sounds like the Mueller report. It is like the Mueller report, except unlike the Mueller report, you see how these things are blue? That means I can visualize and see what they are. They're not redacted. I can see all the info, and I can make conclusions based on the information instead of it being redacted. That's the difference. Yeah, silence, that's what I was alluding to, man. Yeah. The good news is going through all that gave me some information I can use. I will upload this actually. I want all the information I can get for this last one. Bond got better all of a sudden. Something important must have happened at that time. In 2012, the summer? What we got? Article discussion arrival. Oh. Heading out, have fun, Agent Scully, LOL. Thanks. Take care, Agent. Departure. So you're doing what the FBI was doing? Who knows what they're doing? Ha! I knew you liked our therapist. You know, I also look forward to those sessions with Karen every week. Lucky you, the way she talks about you. She seems to fancy you. She always treats me like a child. Ooh, back in the day, Ilya. He really liked her and she treated him like a child? Ilya, stop it. Our situation in this camp is terrible and we are being treated like animals. Yet all you can talk about is your dumb crush on a therapist? Karen fancies me? She doesn't like me one bit. She doesn't like you one bit. It's her job to be nice and she gets paid for it. So snap out of your daydreams finally, will you? Do you realize we have no way to get out of this shithole and live a normal life anytime soon? We might rot here for years. We can go back to Prava. But I also cannot stand this godforsaken camp much longer. It makes me sick to even think about it. We have to find a way to escape the refugee camp at any cost. So see, this information appeared because of information we got from a previous message. We found Karen's report on these two because she's their counselor. And we were able to look at an article from 2011 based on the information, even though it's 2017 in game. There you go. Raban, I know the situation right now is bleak and you have been through a lot, but there are bright times ahead. Brighter times. We might be here for a while, you're right, but we can try and make the best of it. I mean, it's not like people here are completely cruel. I'm sure we'll be allowed to leave camp someday and live a normal life again. As for Karen, well, if you're not interested, mind if I take a shot? I just need to prove to her I'm not a child. I sometimes wish I could share your naive optimism, brother. That's... okay. Okay. Does the fact that Raban was able to leave the camp through marrying Karen scream sham marriage for you? Well, soon it might just do that for everyone else too. We now possess one narrative we could potentially spread. However, we can only hit Raban after he has published his next article. We need to bide our time for the moment. Use that time well to dig for more narratives, get me everything that can be of use. Yes, ma'am. I'll be home soon to get my stuff. Ilya made me feel needed, truly wanted. You know what the sad thing is? I think she actually does love Raban. and slept with Ilya. Because she was lonely, but still loves Raban. Because she's always treated him like a child, right? I think she just likes Ilya because it was a nice side activity, but at the end of the day, I think she loves Raban. Huh. I honestly believe that too. Wow. Chat. That was on the 20th, right? Hey, Ilya, not here, okay? Okay, sorry. He does act like a child, kind of, though. Back to singular. Mary P. I'm not sure I'll be able to get back to you. I think she still loves Raban. Huh. We should meet on Thursday. You can get away. Somebody owes me. You'll understand when you see it. What are you up to? I don't think Raban cares about love right now, so I don't think he has a side piece, to be honest. I just don't think that's part of his agenda right now. His agenda is the government and the destruction and tearing down of the government, and anything else is a distraction from the focus. I think Ilya resents his brother right now. Ilya loves Karen. I think Karen knows she messed up and still loves Raban. But Raban is angry with both, but more at Ilya and his staff. That's what I think. Hmm. 35% match. Was allowed to leave refugee camp. Think, Adrian. Think. Doesn't want to leave Bonton. Think. Getting my Winnie the Pooh on right now. There's the marriage photo. I think she really loves Raban. I think she got married to him to get him out of that area. To spend more time talking about him or discovering more about him. 2012, the summer of, was when he started getting super happy. 2012. Why do I feel like I've seen that before? The summer of 2011, right? Military, no. 2010 is where he lost his legs. 2010. Thinking. Thonking. Thick thinking thonking. Are there any other dates that are important? Outgoing mid 2010. 2012 rather. Where are you, info? Where are you? Timeline. I feel like it's staring me right in the face. I'm thinking. 2017. His voice. The article was written in May about the bombardment. Please don't flood me with compliments. That's the yikes photo. Uh-huh. There's no date on that photo. Damn. 2017. Happen log. Yikes. Yeah, that's what happened. Some of you never saw that yesterday, right? Yeah. That was the, listen. I don't want to give advice on affairs, but one might think that if you're having an affair, you would by no means leave a trail. There's no section of the world that is secure enough that you could think to yourself, you know what? Let's take a photo of us being happy and kissing. You sure about that one? Yeah, look how happy we look. Nope. I don't think that's very smart. 2012. That's January. We say goodbye to our dear home. Right. Arrival. Articles jump all over the place. Where are you? Here. You didn't rush me at all. It was my idea. Why? Saved protocol. Why is it a protocol? Oh my god. Something's not right. Something is not right. Karen doesn't want to leave Bonton for Dewhurst with Ilya. I believe this because she told Ilya himself in private chats, I don't think I can leave Bonton. And she's going to Raban's house. She said to get her stuff. Also, the Dewhurst flyer was in the trash. That's facts. So it makes me believe that she has no more feelings for Ilya. Since getting caught, she hasn't reciprocated any feelings. Everything that Ilya said, she's kind of thought of, and she fancies him a child from the very beginning. So that brings Ilya out of the question. Now, her love for Raban. She said that she felt she wasn't needed anymore. She felt needed by Ilya, which is why she did it. The one good thing to come out of the marriage was that it got Raban and Ilya out of the refugee camp. She hated seeing the way they were being treated. She wanted to observe him for a longer period of time, which was easy to do after a marriage, of course. But Raban does not believe that Karen is interested in him or her. It's her job to be nice and she gets paid for it. Oh my god. Court, that's what it feels like too. It's too ambiguous. Plus, I'm missing a data chunk somewhere. Successfully fled from military service in Parges. Has a conflict with another data chunk somewhere. Somewhere. Military service in Parges. How could I find more information on that? How come I have Captain Oleg Bakay's file, but I can't find Butt's file? Think. Think, Adrian, think. Where can I back that up? As the patient slowly opened up, he especially emphasized his heroic escape from military private on multiple occasions. In 2012, at that point, how can I prove that he did or did not escape duty? Think, Adrian, think. WWRD, what would Riggs do? Think. Where can I find more on you? The National Immigration Database. How come I have... Did I really not give your social? Dumb. You still playing this dirty fart game? Yes. It's a really good dirty fart game. It's not for everyone though, and I understand that. But I enjoy it. Documents about official operations sanctioned by the nation. I don't think I have any documents though. doesn't count. Operation sanctioned. Operation sanctioned. Think. Simo seems way too out of the... just out of nowhere to not be important. Think. Goodbye, Bonson. He really wants to leave this place, I know that. Think, Adrian, think. Your profile. Date employed. He got a job there 1 year after being moved there. After leaving the Underground camp, the nation. Think. Open Sorteria. That's Molly, and he's not Molly. Not you. That's not you. You're not Bill. You're not Diane Coleman. Personal stories. Couldn't be you. Because you bragged about avoiding it. I can't believe Simos is not one of the names people that you played with. It's not fair. It's not fair. Hydrated Bot's the real one, honestly. I said before, there's been plenty of times I look over and I go, you know what? Thank you. I almost forgot. Who the hell is Matthew? Oh, his boss. The one who said he threatened to send him back from that refugee camp that he came from if he didn't give him the report that he needed. Something equally racist. It was not a pleasant conversation. But then Ilya hit him with the click clack clap back. And well, the boss kind of STFU'd, you know what I'm saying? Didn't take much, tail between the legs, called it a day. You okay. Thank you for gifting a sub to Stay Hydrated Bot. That is very kind of you. Cheers. Why don't I have Rabans? He's reclusive and aggressive. This diverse application for permanent residency in Bonton City Center was not granted, and he will remain in Bonton, which came for an infinite time. Weekly counseling prescribed, as well as sleepiness and drugs. Painkillers prescribed. Phantom limb pains in his numb legs. Welcome to the classroom. Gray man's... How you cure Damalhai with a log? You just grab the log by the entire thing and you just start rubbing it against the Damalhide until it's cured. Easy. Shisk, are you okay? Are you okay, sir? Can I help you? Nina, Karen, Raban, Ilya. Nina is actually Molly. There's her. They're the brothers. Simos I can't look up until I find out who he actually is. David Johns is not the real person, so to speak. And I imagine that David Johns is not the real voice, real name anyway, so... Think, Adrian, think. That's that dude's boss. That won't net me anything. You can't search Rowland because he's not necessary. He's not patient. Simos gives me nothing. Or Simos, or however one might say it. Think. Already found Nina. Hey, Okaydrian. What's up, K-Bears? Matthew's not relevant because he's the boss. Oleg is deceased, but might be relevant? No, he's not even in there. I don't know if you know, but this isn't Final Fantasy XIV. Goodbye. The idea is to split the stream up. So the first part of it is Orwell and beating this game. And then in the evening, as the night owls come online, like Parisa, the Shisk, and the Kiros, and the ones who should be in bed and aren't, like the Martins and usually the Prepskis, but he's not feeling well, and the Johnnies. And then later on, the Adams and the Eric Fausches are online. All of them pop online and they're there. You're not a night owl. In about an hour and a half, almost. Well, I guess now that you go to bed at 10 because you're a responsible individual, I still consider you the old Shisk, so. None of them. Oh, I need a nap to be a night owl. Well, if you sound old. I know the feeling. I hate it. I'm missing something and I hate it. I hate it. I'm so upset right now. I still can't find this article. You know? It bothers me. It really, really bothers me. Is there anything in here that I can click, touch? Nothing? That's that. That's those. I'm mad. I hope none of you are mad. Don't be mad like me. Be better. What the hell is this? Can we get a pog in this chat for all this think thonking? No, we cannot. But thank you, Greymans, and welcome back, dog. 17 months, that's a long time. That means you're on channel 17, where you get non-stop reruns of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Congratulations, you've earned it. You're not mad because you have no reason to be mad, you butt. I'm mad. I've got to use my brain in this game. And my memory. And Karen, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. This nigga. And this conversation is dumb butt cheeks. As is this one. Talking about life. And all that stuff. Dumb. I already have his address. Why would they give me his address twice? It's either they gave me his address. Well, no, because I can't confirm. I can only hover over it. I can't drag it anywhere. But with which Aunt Viv? Extra light skin. Captain Elia Janeway. I feel like the answer is staring me right in the face. I'm staring right back at it, and nothing is happening. Sounds what, familiar? Yep, there it is. Not this time, Shisk. It's not one of those games. Night Owl's engaged. No, you can't be a night owl. You already denied being one. You're a fraud. You're phony. Shut up. What happened to you in 2012? What happened to you in 2012 that made you raw? Summer 2013. Who says engage anyway? You didn't know data chunks could expire? Welcome. You're welcome. Not on your desktop. Wait a minute. Wouldn't he have in his contact listing Uncle Simos? How are you gonna have an uncle and not have him in your contact list? That's messed up, dog. That is messed up. What a punk. How am I gonna infiltrate and spy on your life if you're giving me the incorrect information that I required to properly spy on your life? How many of you right now in the classroom would give me the proper information so I could spy on you accurately? Raise your hand. Calendar, nothing on the 14th and 15th. I'm gonna create this profile. Date expired. Fetch. Sounds like a you problem? Okay. Thank you, Phobia. You're a real friend. So inconsiderate? They really are. Brady, Rita's new glasses. We are living Single. Ooh, in a 90s kind of world. I'm glad I've got my girls. The only thing I can submit right now are the conflict resolutions. That's it. The only things I can submit are the conflict resolutions. Those are the only things. So I've got to decide whether or not she loved him or loves him. That's the only thing I can do. I'm sorry it's taking me long to get to this conclusion, but I'm just want to make sure I don't miss anything. I hope you guys understand. Most of you who are regulars understand. Whatever. I'm not apologizing. Whatever. The problem is I can't decide if she loves him or just loved the idea of getting him out of that camp. Or if he manipulated her. You know what? Honestly, I think she loves him. I think she does love him. I can't see anything that tells me otherwise. Karen, my love, hey. I'll be home late today. That's the day where she went out to fuck his brother. Real talk, no capo. Feels weird to say that. That was the night she was out fucking his brother. Blank to you too, John. Nice. Nice, Greymans. You were stuck on this part for 2 weeks? Well, I don't have 2 weeks. What does my gut say? What does my gut say? What does my gut say? My gut says that she loves him. The fact that he says that she's just doing her job and doesn't actually love him was the mean-spirited part of him. That was reclusive because of the fact that, yeah, he was reclusive and turning everybody away because of what happened to him accident-wise. He was angry. But she really did love him. And did the marriage. Out of love and also to get him out of the situation. Was this the happy day of my life? I'm not sure. I was happy though. Yeah. I'm not sure. This is their wedding photo. Was this the happiest day of my life? I'm not sure. I was happy though. Was it a rushed decision? Maybe it was in hindsight. There were ups and downs, but if our marriage has brought any good, I think she loves him. Okay. She loves him. I should have taken it. Yeah. Isn't that from a book? Is what from a book, sir? How much time you got left? Indefinite. She loves him. I believe it. Yep. Yeah, sure. All while having an affair with her brother-in-law. Listen, Ampleford. You do your job, I'll do mine. Ding ding. Raban Vart published his article. We can strike now. Remember, you are still able to dig for more for narratives. So you may want to do that before you spread anything. As soon as you are ready, spread the narrative that seems most promising to you and the influencer. We only get one chance here. Okay, so his thesis. Raban Vart's family has always been loyal to him and will remain. Antitheses. Hashtag fake marriage where Raban Vart, the people's voice, planned his escape from refugee camp. I do believe that. Okay, I believe it. Yes. The reason there's no article or information to explain why he suddenly became happy in the summer of 2012 is because he wasn't. He was faking it because he knew that was his only way out. When he was messing his brother, the only person he trusted at the time was his brother. And he told his brother, there's no way we're ever getting out of here. His brother was optimistic and said, we have to find a way to get out of here. We can do it. He found a way. The person who we knew didn't love him in theory made her love him. And she did love him. I 100% believe that. Yes. Yes. No pending article draft? Okay. Hello? Don't you hello me, Nora Mash? I've been waiting for you for like 2 hours, man. This is our game. The media monsters have no chance against us. My dear wife is always and always will be on my side. Oh, perfect. My dear wife is and always will be on my side. In the dark caves of the endless information network, they lurk out to get any innocent victims standing in their way. As from now, I should call them media monsters. Get that? Yep. Yep. Already read that one. I 1000% believe in this. It expired. Why is it saying there's new info here? What new info? That? Yeah, okay. I already knew about that. Okay. Yes. I'm spreading the heck out of this. I just woke up after sleeping more than 24 hours. AMA? Do you feel refreshed? Kinda I feel achy. Have you eaten yet? I like this AMA. Just about to. What are you going to eat? I like this AMA. This is cool. What are you going to eat? Everyone who's lurking, by the way, Normash is hosting an AMA if you want to ask him some questions. Happy with what you achieved? Attacking Vart's marriage was a good idea. Very personal. I believe Maina's followers took this to heart. Raban is taking the blow, but he is not going down yet. Speaking of which, let's check on what he's up to writing. Right back down you go, you butt. Some hummus and crisps. Ooh, yes, sir. Reactions to hashtag fake marriage? Sign me up. Your hashtag fake marriage shows you are a complete fraud, especially since you claim that you plan to return to your home country anyway. This would be illegal. It is illegal. Neither my wife or I married for another reason. It's none of your fucking business, so back the fuck off, you fascist. Wow. Someone's got a case of the mads. The uprising against the government of Parges has begun. The angry crowd in front of the presidential palace in Trevolet is growing. Raban is the one to thank for this, and hashtag fake marriage is a fabricated story distracting you from the truth. We are going to win this hashtag media war. Ha, I knew it. Fucking immigrants setting up a fake marriage in order to get into the country. Go back to your own goddamn country and stop annoying us with your pathetic blog. Whoa, Liam. Chill. My wife would never consider herself one of your women. Losers like you make me vomit. Yeah, he's turning into something very familiar. Raban, is it true that you did not marry out of love? Does that mean you might be single again soon? Hashtag fake marriage. What the fuck? That's a good exchange. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I'm not even mad. Good job to you, Dimka. Shoot your shot. Amen. You shoot that shot. Well, they're calling me fascist, Nowhere Mash. Well, they're calling them fascist, not me. But I guess if those are my people, that technically makes me a fascist too, so. Karen's time. Ooh, the big conspiracy. What we got? The big conspiracy. He's on a roll right now. He's updating an article. You know, he used to do like 1 article per day. Now he's doing like 3 per day. The media are trying to distract you from the truth. Blaine and Cassart are conspiring against us. Why is the focus of attention not on one of the most pressing and obvious issues? Is it not curious that during a national crisis like this, while Bonton is threatened by terrorists, the Prime Minister is leaving the country? Is it not weird that he is meeting Cassart, who is throwing him a military parade party, supposedly due to a negotiation meeting? The answer is this. This is bullshit. Negotiation is not what the national government wants. They want power. That is what you should really be worried about, you mindless idiots. You know, honestly, I get this though. Because a lot of times in media, there are distractions, right? There are things happen behind closed doors. Someone's going here, meeting with someone. Someone's going to North Korea. And then all of a sudden, this major news thing comes out that's just meant to prod the minds of people who like to do captures of realism and real life scenarios and mindless BS like that. So in a way, I kind of believe what he's saying. Well, not believe, but I can comprehend his understanding, but I can't agree with the way he's going about it. Let me check this first. What's on Karen's timeline? What'd you update? Oh, Mama! Her mom, Hillary! Karen, my daughter, we had our differences about your marriage with Raban for his refugee status. Mama spilled the beans? Only now with the recent news could I realize that this guy must have forced you into a sham marriage. Please know that in case you need any assistance with your situation, I am always around for you. I don't mind that you broke all contact with me. Get back to me. This refugee is the worst thing that ever happened to you. Ooh. Oh my god, forced into marriage? Karen, is that true? Are you really that shameless that you would exploit some nonsense gossip about your daughter on the web to reinforce your own political fear-mongering? Of course, Scott Brown has his profile picture. Rosy cheeks, the side part, the astute look. Yeah, the pointed collar. Hey, it's Rita! The person whose picture she took to be Mary P. to have a affair with her brother-in-law. This is preposterous. Entering a sham marriage like that? For money? I know Raban. He is a good man and wouldn't force her into anything. Listen. Yeah, I mean, Mash, you played the first game. How great are they at capturing what you would see, what you would imagine would be real conversations like that, right? Falling back into old habits, are we? Vart is trying to shift the attention to Blaine and Cassart's meeting. It's a one-of-a-kind opportunity for him to back up his conspiracy theory. Reports say that there are already people gathering in front of the presidential palace where the two are meeting, attempting to stall the talks in the name of the people's voice. We cannot let his claim go unchecked or the situation that might escalate, not on our watch. If he's into conspiracies and hidden agendas, how about us playing the same game? I don't want to play that game. I'm certain you can get me enough information to let me construct my own little conspiracy theory. Keep in mind, we had to hit Raban hard this time. Hit him very hard? We gotta break him, huh? So his thesis, Prime Minister Blaine and President Cassart are meeting to conspire against the Pargesian people. Hit it very hard and very fast. Survived the internet. Broke contact with me. It's a conflict with an unknown data chunk, one that I don't have yet. I have to hit him hard. Gotta hit him fast. Gotta kill him in one shot. You know what? Whatever the conspiring piece of evidence is, I believe that she did break all contact with her mom. I do believe that. And right now, it's all I have. But first things first. All right, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, will you marry me? So she is the daughter of Elizabeth Levine. Against this backdrop, it's quite remarkable Karen professionally counsels refugees. Oh, that's right. Her mother is in politics. Yeah, that's right. This refugee is the worst thing that ever happened to you. That language right there. This refugee. No politician would refer to someone's spouse as that refugee unless they were on a far end of a spectrum that didn't care about labels and how hurtful they were to someone. Or they were inconsiderate with the way they communicate with people. Her mom's like a bit of a dick, though? Yeah. The Macho Man Randy Savage Miss Elizabeth proposal? Yeah. You would? Well, you're not the former. Maybe that rant was more xenophobic than actually truthful, right? Let's dig. Let's dig. Campaign Elizabeth. Hello, Adrian. Sup? Currently stuck working for another hour at GameStop, and I just stopped in and say you were becoming my third favorite host on GameStop TV. Oh, thank you. Like, ever or just like right now? If it's right now, that's actually flattering because, well, technically there's us three main hosts, and Eric's kind of a host too, and Meg's still a host actually, so 3rd out of 5. I'll take it. Thank you. Wow, that's flattering. Oh, thank you. I hope your hour turns into a inventory night. Yeah, like right at 9 p.m. they decide to do inventory. Right there. Right at 9 o'clock. You know, you get the drawer till out, you're counting down the drawer, balancing it out, you're vacuuming the store, and they say, you know what, let's inventory night. And no pizza either. Eric and Colty, the top 2 always. Eric's great. Eric's fantastic. Oh! Look at what we got here. Little update. Your booking number. 1 adult ticket type, 1 way, Bonton Trans Regional. Huh. So he's leaving to go to Dewhurst by himself. I was right then. Karen doesn't love him enough to go Dewhurst. Facts. Ow! Yeah! So minus them, you are number 1? I'll take it. I'll take it. Real talk, no kappa. Thank you, Wallace Pete. Thank you. That's kind of you to say. I mean, I'm constantly in the state of trying to reinvent myself and make sure that I can make it tolerable. I mean, I've worked at my favorite media stores. I worked at GameStop when it was Babbage's. I worked at Best Buy. I've worked at Media Play. And so I know what in-store loops are like. And mine were mostly music videos, but I also had those cheesy Best Buy ones like, hey, Best Buy employee, I know what you're thinking. It's another day at the store, and I don't want to be all that. So if I can make you happy while you're there, that's cool. Inventory nights, the bane of my existence? Same. When it's done incorrectly, at least. Inventory nights like a banging tune. No Matt, did you eat yet? Did you get your hummus and chips or what? He thinks he knows. Shisk, you think you're going to know something soon. Wait, did you just pull what that politician did? Maybe. Doing an inventory night right now, and then okay, Martin, enough out of you. Tofu. I'm gonna start calling you by that. You've been downgraded from Martin to Tofu. So Ilya's peacing out by himself. Oh, a Howard Dean? Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorite things in the entire world, honestly. Because that dude was doing really well in the polls until that moment, like Dave Chappelle said. Then we're going to go to Vermont. Then we're going to Washington. Then we're going to then we're going to take back the White House. And everyone was like this. Yeah. And he got so excited. He's just like, yeah. And I thought, oh my God. That's the worst. Sorry, Tofu. I got the public realize Mario Kart is not an Xbox. Wallace Pete, do me a favor. Anyone who is looking for Mario Kart on the Xbox, recommend them Shenmue 3 instead. Martin, don't go to bed. You're my friend. Stay up with me. Night owls. Ilya's making a run for it, it seems. Who can blame him? Why, we could, of course. Maybe he considers staying if the news would turn out to be against his liking. Interesting. Let's see what Mama Politics is up to, shall we? Elizabeth Levine for mayor. It's time for change. 2013. That means she got elected 4 years ago. Or didn't, and she's going for re-election? Heard that over and out? My man. Cheers. No, I'm eating my mom's tomorrow. I gotta get time for that. It's late enough already. Okay, goodbye forever. Miss you. I stand for the nation's values. We will never stop standing up for our values. Although Elizabeth sadly was not... What? Hold on. Let me just clear my mind for a second. Okay. You've seen nothing. Read from scratch. Although Elizabeth sadly was not get elected as mayor. Although Elizabeth sadly was not get elected as mayor, she won't stop to promote and uphold the values that we all hold dear. It is not yet clear whether Elizabeth will be involved in hillbilly politics, I almost said hillbilly, in other ways, but one thing is certain. We will stay loud and proud and stand up for what we start on this campaign website. Exclusive interview with Elizabeth Levine. The National Beholder, the nation's most important newspaper, held an exclusive interview with mayor candidate Elizabeth Levine. In it, Mrs. Levine emphasizes once again the importance of traditional values. Yikes already. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, these came out in episodes, so we're playing the full game, but it was released episodically. Episode 1, Episode 2, this is Episode 3. Orwell, this second Orwell, Strength is Ignorance, has more typos than the first one, but it gets a little bit worse as each episode is going along. I'm guessing they were just getting tired and had to be held accountable to deadlines, and that sucks. So I can understand. I do want to watch this interview, though. Elizabeth Levine endorsed by Catherine Delacroix. We are proud to announce that our campaign has been endorsed by Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix. In a statement, Delacroix said, "My parents were from Hillberry, and it is the city I grew up in. They would appreciate Elizabeth Levine's work very much and the values for which she stands." Delacroix further announced she would support Elizabeth's campaign with funding and marketing. The party stands by the Levine family. We are particularly proud of Maxwell Levine's efforts as a lawyer in Hillberry, as well as Karen Levine's great endeavors as a psychological counselor. Like mother, like daughter, huh? The party supports Karen Levine's work directly via state funding. Huh. Received financial support by the party, huh? Elizabeth, her husband Mike, and her 2 beautiful children are a treasure for this town and the whole nation, added Delacroix. Born and raised in Hillberry and only having lived abroad for a few years studying, Elizabeth Levine knows every nook and cranny of our beautiful town. She was always one of the most valuable parts of our community and is now aiming to make it truly great again. The decline of our local small businesses and traditional values has to end, Levine stated in Monday morning's Hillberry Public Radio News. You know, I can't trust any political website that keeps repeating about someone's values and traditions and doesn't list them on the main page. That's concerning.
Hi, come here. Come here, Turbo Cat. Come here. Why are you making so much noise? Yeah, you're just walking around going, meh.
Okay, I'm gonna slip away for a bit, maybe for the night. Thanks for streaming. Chill. Or cheers, rather, John. Enjoy your slip away. Oh, this is the final day. I should go back and watch the others. Bye. Bye forever, Greymans. Miss you. I don't have the other ones made into a VOD yet, so you're gonna have commercials and breaks. I'm sorry.
Hi, kitty cat. Okay. Okay. Is that better? Okay.
You can be a lap cat. Okay? Here, you can be a lap cat. I'm just reading anyway. Now, what would Normash do? Ah, the issues. Our children are our future. Our culture must be preserved. We believe that this is only possible if we keep immigration and other potentially disrupting factors to a minimum and spare our children as well as our community from threats like these. We therefore believe it is important to close the Pargesian border to prevent any further immigration. Holy shit. Wow. Insert that one dude from the Twitch conversation saying, you keep saying it till you're bred out of existence. Supporting families. The traditional family as a unit is one of the most meaningful constructions of our society, and it is tremendously important to preserve and protect it in any way possible. Elizabeth Levine stands for this in particular and holds this value very dearly, especially being a mother herself. It goes without saying that same-sex marriage is unnatural and should be forbidden by law. We also believe that so-called Planned Parenthood is child murder and should be treated as such. Let's fight together to stop this lunacy. Education is one of the most important factors for development of society as a whole. We support schools, teachers, and innovative ways of education, such as homeschooling and alternative schools. Small businesses, medium and small-sized businesses are the heart of Hillberry and the backbone of our economy. We work very hard to support our local businesses by offering funding opportunities and real estate for rent, especially for local businesses and shops. I wish I was eating hummus and chips right now while reading this. So, it turns out Mommy Dearest was not being Mommy Dearest, but xenophobic Dearest. Meet Elizabeth. Oh, look who it is. Baby Karen. Family is the foundation for everything. Elizabeth Levine, mother, lawyer, philanthropist. Elizabeth Levine. Take off that suit of armor. What are you? Mother, lawyer, philanthropist. Okay. Elizabeth was born and grew up in Hillberry. Her family has been living in this beautiful town for many generations, giving her an expertise and personal insight on local issues that few can compare. She spent some time outside while studying law in Bonton from 75 to 81. She graduated with honors and soon soon after ABD decided to move back to her beloved hometown. Ass butt dick. Elizabeth then started doing community work for Hillberry, which she is still involved with to date. She volunteered and was very active in National Cancer Society, raising funds and helping cancer survivors in an extraordinarily devoted way. Instead of going into corporate law like most lawyers, she dedicated herself to public service and worked as a prosecutor for Hillberry City Council. Her passion for law and order is ongoing. As a devoted family person, she has 2 children, her daughter Karen, who is very successful as a psychological counselor in Bonton, and her son Maxwell Levine, who was a well-known lawyer in Hillberry. I want to know more about you, Maxwell, so I can ruin you and your family. Seems the other investigation got the Bonton bombings perpetrator. I'm not done reading about her. Ugh, whatever. Passion for law and order. Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom. Oh my God. Her? Molly, aka not really Molly, aka looks like Cammy, aka Cannon Spike. Huh. Shot while attempting to escape arrest. The main suspect in the bomb case was shot by police. After investigators uncovered strongly incriminating evidence, the new prime suspect in the bombing case was meant to be put into custody on late Saturday evening. The intervention team reported that the suspect, a female Army veteran, produced a firearm as the police attempted to arrest her. After the woman shot a policeman who remains in the hospital, the police returned fire, wounding the suspect fatally. First reports, exclusively available to the National Beholder, state she's a National Army veteran who had been dishonorably discharged. Huh. If you think you got me, boy, just watch me on the dance floor. Let me see this interview, dog. Jeffrey Paxton interviews Elizabeth Levine, who is currently running for mayor in Hillbury, and she didn't win. Oh, good. It's a Q&A sesh. All right, Normash. This is the good. The stuff you like. You look for the lies in between the words. You know what I'm saying? The hearsay and such. Mrs. Levine, you announced your independent candidacy for mayor of Hillbury a few weeks ago. What prompted you to run for office? It has been my heartfelt wish to make Hillbury a great place again. As it stands, Hillbury is one of the wealthiest communities in all of the nation, with one of the highest happiness ratings. Oh, it is? What exactly are you going to approve then? Well, of course, if you just look at the raw numbers of average income and such, sure, Hillbury appears wealthy. But truth be told, Jeffrey, beneath the bright and shiny appearance is a deeply troubled and suffering city. So what is it suffering from? Well, we have imported a crisis due to the policies of the previous government. When the nation allowed a huge influx of immigrants from Parges and other countries, Hillbury was a popular place for relocation. The party has since limited immigration nationwide, a great effort, I must say. But this isn't cut up for Hillbury. We are citizens of the most iconic city in the nation's borders. We are a symbol of the nation's values that these immigrants don't respect. Our citizens don't feel secure in their own town anymore. So it is our job to defend these values. What do you plan on doing exactly? What can we expect from Mayor Levine? I will make sure this beautiful town stays absolutely safe. All the encampments in and around Hillbury will be abolished and cleared out, with the residents sent back to their countries where they belong. I will uphold the laws and rules that have made Hillbury great in the past. I will lower taxes and see to it that companies in Hillbury truly thrive. Well, it's very obvious that your campaign is primarily based on a hard line against immigrants. In that light, don't you think it's a bit peculiar that your own daughter is working as a professional counselor for those refugees you are trying to send back? Ooh. My daughter Karen is a kind-hearted person who assists all different kinds of people with any kind of psychological problems from all over the world. Yes, there may be refugees among them, sure, because my daughter doesn't discriminate. In any case, you can rest assured that my daughter Karen stands firmly behind me, as does my whole family. But not only does your daughter specialize in refugee counseling, but she is also engaged to one. None other than Rabban Vart, who is the author of a blog that is highly critical of the government. For sure, you must be aware of that. These are nothing but vile rumors, pitiful lies, I assure you. Simply made up to question my credibility, most likely by the very same person you just called out. You said it yourself. Rabban Vart is critical of the nation and its government. and he won't stop at any falsehood. Did you know this impertinent person invited soldiers into a school? Which was then attacked because of his actions. I bet this is news to you, Jeffrey. Yes, I've done my research. Have you done yours? My daughter is doing no such thing as marrying him. No such thing. Thank you for the interview, Mrs. Levine. Well then. He didn't shelter them there. He brought them there, I think, because he was looking to get protection from the bombs and stuff. I do think she's kind-hearted, though. Broke contact with her mother. Yeah, she's not stand behind her. Kind-hearted to her husband's brother. Ha! Ooh. Ooh. Know that I stand with you. From David Johns again. Raban, I cannot help but notice that you seem under a lot of fire from most sides recently. Even some of your most trusted followers are turning their backs on you. But not me. You have been through some dark times before, as you trust me with. Remember how you told me that Ilya got your parents, Anastasia and Miliavon, in deep trouble and you saw no way out? And here you stand nonetheless, because you have pulled through. I'll see what I can uncover to aid you. You'll hear from back from me soon. If this guy is elite hacker for Raban, I don't trust the information he's giving. You know? Never have. Just like I don't trust that those are his parents. What's new on your desktop? What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Report on your patient, Nina? That's new. Today, it's been brought to our attention that your patient has been involved in a criminal case. Unfortunately, she was shot on the run and is now being investigated. A situation like this requires a report by the therapeutic counsel who treated her. We kindly you to ask you to hand in your report to Ms. Matunova on her by the end of the day. Highly important for the case will be used in court. Accurate. Rehab counsel administration. Okay. That's to be expected, I guess. Here's a pretty woman next to me. Maybe we can start a family. Someone who truly understands. You did receive financial support. I bet Raban has no idea about Karen's entanglements with the party, nor has any one of his followers. We should let them know, maybe. We need a little more backing if we're truly put the blame on Karen here. Need more input. Need more input. Now that I have Mommy's information, can I look up Mommy? Guess not. Go to hell, Adrian. Okay. Karen's album. Only locations, though. And I have no locations for you. Damn. Yeah. There's a dog outside barking. Maxwell Levine. Wait, you wait. Is your brother in the rehab council? That unknown person? Her sister. Yeah. Maxwell. Only dates. Profile of her mum. Oh, this unknown person is the sister of, or it can be a brother? Yeah, Maxwell. Kupo. It's not a conflict, so I could actually upload that anyway, just be certain. Vart may have drawn fire directly to the school. Why would he consider such a thing? How mindless can you get? He deserves to go down, and so he will by our hand? I thought so. That's what I said. The Pargesian army will protect Prava Secondary. In light of the conflict brewing with the FTP, I have managed to make a deal with Oleg Bakke, whose unit from the Pargesian army will protect our school. I assure you that your children will be safe. I hope this helps convince you not to take your children out of our school. Made a deal with Oleg, though. The same Oleg you backstabbed? Questionable reason for Raban having chosen to done it. Right. What reason do you have to make Oleg come to your school and protect you? On day one? BS McBS sauce. BS McBS sauce. With extra BS sauce in the pot inside. Do I trust this information? I think I do. In what kind of trouble? Save Parsis. We are the Pargesian people. Our government is corrupt. The Kassart regime was never interested in protecting the freedom of the Pargesian people. More and more opponents of our government have been arrested, and we have to stop watching and start acting. The Pargesian people will no longer sit and watch their country being taken away from them. We have to start resistance against them. Oh my god. In our first meeting, we decided to arrange a peaceful protest march against the newly installed president. This was 13 years ago. He is not our president, was not elected democratically. Let's see. 1 year later, there have been many internal discussions lately on how to handle future protests. Save Parsis will remain peaceful. Okay. Next month, we have lost many members to the newly formed Forces of True Parsis, FTP, right? Message board. Since the government has been recently active trying to stop support of the initiative, we try to welcome Captain Ilya Janeway. Please enter your password here. That's cute. That's cute. Simos. Ilya. Notes. Never forget. Ask Uncle Simos about Captain Ilya Janeway. Don't worry. We will. God, I should do this for a living. I'm sick. Yoink. Elite Hacksters. Black Hat. Give me the XP points. XP points. Give me that XP. Deus Ex style, baby. Please don't get a job with an NSA. Too late, MASH. I'm coming for you. Thread. Family communication in May. Only visible for the following members: Mom, Dad, Brother, and Captain Ilya. Okay. Dear family, your father and I decided to use this digital message board for our family communications. We do not believe our telephone is safe anymore. More and more members of our community have been disappearing recently. We need to be cautious as possible. Please use the primary channel. Holy moly, I didn't expect that, Mom. You two were revolutionaries? You never mentioned the thing. Please, Ilya, this was a peaceful resistance movement, not the revolutionary. Your father thinks it's safe to communicate here. Wiretap our phone. What is up with that stupid pseudonym of yours, by the way? Is that the one you use in those chatter rooms all day? It's called a chat room, mother. Stick to this message board, and for God's sake, please pick a secure password you can remember. Invite you over for Uncle Seamus' birthday next week. By the way, Uncle Seamus wanted to invite Oleg Bakay because his family lives next door. Doesn't mean we have to show hospitality that follows the Kassart regime. Yoink. Yeah, they were really close together. Revolutionaries. Raban openly criticizes Kassart all the time. I doubt we can bend down and implement this thing. Yeah. Okay. That's on you. I don't want this. Join the stupid war. Ilya, I just got a note telling me to report for duty by next week. I was drafted. They're coming to take me if I don't report in. What am I going to do? I don't want to join this goddamn war in this horrible army. Please don't panic, Ilya. We're going to take care of this. Much something we can do. Raban, you know Oleg Bakay well. Is there a chance you can talk to him about this? I hear he's in charge of the unit station there. Can you help him? I'll see what I can do. Don't worry too much, Ilya. I'm going to talk to Oleg and get you exempted from service. It might cost me a few favors and take some time. Would you look at that? Huh. That's how you got a military service. Because you were drafted, and Raban promised to talk to Oleg. So Oleg, in return, he talked to Raban. Raban talked to Oleg. Oleg got you out. Which means he had an IOU. He collected. And the collection was to let Oleg take over that school? Probably to build that bunker. It's all adding up. Thread, check messages ASAP. Only visible for Raban and Ilya. Mom and Dad are gone. They took him. They sent soldiers to our home. It was so horrible. They started hitting Dad and yelled that this was his punishment. Mom tried to fight them off and they started hitting her too. They took him away. Now they're gone, Raban. What should we do? You have to help us? Check your messages for F word's sake. Look at everything adding up. What a well-crafted game. Yoink. Oh. To say yoink. Your bridge is falling down. This may well be the reason that Raban made that protection deal with Oleg, don't you think? I do think. We have a narrative again. I can't spread it yet, though. Keep searching around. I'm working on it. Get off my back. And Ilya. Yoink. A related document? The army of Parjas forcibly recruited a lot of men to their ranks, right? Ilya had been no exception to it. There's your file. Look at me go. Look at that. Everything's adding up, baby. Call my shots. Private. Time served 2010. Affiliation. 1st Infantry. Attempted to flee from service. Punished. Short and basic training. Discharged by command. Yoink. K-Bears dancing. Heroic escape. The thing is, he didn't flee from military service. He was discharged because of a favor. He was discharged for peeing on someone, which is really a shame. I mean, honestly, if you want to pee on someone and they're cool with it, then pee on them. It's not my quirk, but there are people out there who go to the store and buy trash bags and wrap themselves in them and then say, make sure it's hot, then do you. Get peed on. Nothing to say that Raban asking Oleg for favor worked out. Well, the thing is that Raban let Oleg and his troops station themselves at the school that Raban was teaching at. And there was no reason for him to do that at all, unless he owed Oleg a favor. That favor being that Oleg got Ilya out of active duty. Yay! Mishmash. Parents abducted. Yay! Truly horrible. Punishment for what? Maybe they deserved it after all? Dark. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is tuna and bacon. This is tuna and bacon. I don't like your doll. She's a dick. Well, we're all dicks now. Yoink. He got punished. And his parents were kidnapped as punishment. That was the punishment. He tried to flee from service, so they captured his parents, and then he was discharged for the favor. Raban publishes his article, Time to Strike Back has come. We need to make this count. This is not tuna and bacon. Riggs. This is tuna and bacon. This is tuna and bacon. This is tuna and bacon. Okay. I already read this. Prime Minister Blaine and President Kassart are meeting to conspire against British people. Two narratives. Cower Brother is not a real narrative. Principal Raban shelter the party. Oh, yes. Do you still do learning streams? From time to time. From time to time. It really depends. The thing is, honestly, it gets so exhausting. You know? It gets really, really exhausting to do learning streams because I can't just spread misinformation. So I have to take some time to look up everything it is I'm researching, right? And then the streams get delayed because I don't have enough information, or the information that I have is not ready yet. But, I mean, I'm making concerted effort to actually do it, you know? It's just a lot of work. And then you get down in the dumps, and you're like, whoa, does anyone, like, care about it? Or should I keep doing it in the first place? And, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's my story. By the way, see, I just changed the lighting. Now it's more warm. They are a lot of work. And the thing is that it feels good when people memorize stuff, but it was a lot. I don't know. I mean, every now and then, like, there's a lot of things I still want to do, right? I want to upload memoirs of VGTM because I have like 25 seasons worth. And I want to upload all the past information so people can look at the stuff that I looked up. I have unfinished ones for games that I started, like Metal Gear Solid 5, and I didn't finish the game, so it's unfinished VGTM. I have stuff for... Shit, man. I even started some stuff with Sekiro, I think, you know? I used to do quizzes and I don't know. Every time someone mentions it, like I have people who still come to the stream every now and then. They say, "Hey man, are you still doing the learning streams? I really like those, and that feels good." And I want to go back to it. And then I think, man, what's the cost? Probably 3 hours less sleep per day for the research and then the uploading another day. So I have to make sure those 3 hours count, you know? It's an investment. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. I haven't really stopped doing it, just haven't done it in a while. What if I did YouTube videos of it? The problem is I uploaded YouTube videos, but they were long explanations, so they have like 5 views each. But if I did like quick hits instead, like those were streams that I did and uploaded them to YouTube, right? But I've never actually done YouTube videos that are dedicated to saying, "Hey, I'm Okaydrian. I streamed this game. Here's a quick breakdown of what we learned." Dip, bip, 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 bip. All right, that's your 5-minute video. That game's done, right? And then if I do that, the work involved with that, and I don't know. It's all spread and done. The fact that Rabban made the deal to help his brother decrease the impact our narrative. Coward brother. Damn. I wanted to choose this one, but it seemed like a very... I'm not... My morals got in the way. In the back of my head, I thought, you know, hashtag coward brother would probably destroy this man. But it seems unethical? You know, like, it seems very unethical. Like, from comm style stuff, it seems horribly unethical. But at the same time, it would work. Hey, I'm Adrian. Boom, bam, bop. Bada bop, boom, pam, bow. Nice, great video. I'd click like on that. I wouldn't want like, though. I'd want you to click like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos. That's what I want. Sensationalism sells, though, and that's gross. I'm not built for that, I guess. Ooh, where are you going, bitch? You went to Central Stations and the outskirts. Where the fuck you going? Bring me down. Yeah. Okay. Depends what market you're selling to. This market. The national government kills. They kill their own people and our people to distract us all from the truth. They have fabricated yet another story pointing to the truth, blah, blah. The national government ordered the shelling of private secretary. Ooh, okay. This feels like the last one. I bet it is. He is blaming the nation for his own fault. Our own army attacking his school. We're the peacekeepers. We will destroy him now. You will now. Yeah, this is the last one. This has to be the last one. Political influencers or the masses? The masses. I'm not trying to win an election. David, your loyalty behind me is beyond any limits. You have been with me from the start. The people's voice would not be a newcomer if you hadn't been there. You're more than a fan. You're a true friend. But I'm tired. It's over. It has to end. I want it to end. Thank you for sitting with me. David Johns. David Johns. David Johns. No, this is important. David Johns is important. I don't know how yet, but he's important. Don't backchat me. David Johns is important, all right? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. And I don't need you to tell me he's not important. An unsung hero that you need to know about. I cannot believe you published that article without consulting me. What were you thinking? Why would you do that? I am laboring for 2 days and now this. Remember this, yes. I'm sorry, brother, but I want to try and cheer you up. You have been so stressed and sad lately, and since you helped me get out of the Parisian army, facts, that was true, I want to do something for you too. I just thought the story might bring you some well-deserved praise, especially with all the controversy that was thrown our way because of the refugee camp articles. You straight up lying to make me feel better will not change this. We are the guardians of the truth. The truth hurts. You had no right to publish that story. I am not a hero. Honestly, the big deal is people need to relate to you, understand that you aren't just a lunatic mouthpiece, to see that you have. This actually proves the fact that he's not a hero, right? That's right. I lived them, not you. Seriously, Ilya, I can't believe you do this to me. Now everyone in this camp will be looking at me like I was some kind of martyr. I even got a fan mail already from by a guy named David Johns who calls himself a huge fan of mine. I don't want that kind of attention. I don't want any fans. I just want to move on and forget this whole thing ever happened. I feel like I'm stating the obvious, but can't you just take it down if it bothers you that much? No, it's garnered too many hits and it's been passed around like the nation is spreading like cancer, a disease, everyone is reading it, and now I'm going to have to answer a lot of questions about it. I don't think you remotely get what you've done. He's not a hero. Despite this, he has profited a great deal from being considered a hero. Bond's a sad joke, bereft of morals, he's going down. I'm bereft of morals too. But you wouldn't know that based on my last play. But lied? You really don't like her? Who, Ampliford? Yeah. What exactly did they lie about regarding his brother? Boom. What we got here? Not your friend. Raban, it's a lie. It's all a lie. I'm not your friend. I've never been. I can't fully explain it at this time. I've only been here recently. I've just been informed that you're about to claim the nation bombed your school. You have no idea how right you are. I realize this may be my last chance of getting out of this mess. So I got my hands on some internal documents for you. What really happened at Prava Secondary. It's all in there in Percoleaks. I'll try to get you more. Keep an eye on new Percoleak documents. For now, I must keep my head down. They will come now from me. Hit them as hard as you can. Pay dirt, he's the leak. Huh. I've just been informed that you're about to claim the nation bomb. He's the leak. David John's the leak. Huh. I can't believe it. My dick's hard now. How's this person leak? Yeah. It's troubling news. I'll turn this David Johnson to a target person. Investigate them if you desire. I know he's the primary target, but I've got to find out who David Johns is. And I'm going to find out who he is. Mash, do me a favor, type this in. DIXIE, like Dixie Cups, space, NORMUS. Operation Cavalry. This document describes an instant in which the National Army bombarded a Pargesian school. The Army of the Nation had been well aware of the fact that many students and teachers were in the building at this time. The school had been used as a bomb shelter for many weeks. On December 6, 2010, national troops started shelling the school, leaving completely destroyed. Afterwards, the ruins were searched by military with the help of civilians looking for their children. Soldiers Oleg Bakay and Alexander Petrovich were the only survivors on the side of the Pargesian army and were secured from the shelter. There was only one known civilian survivor, whom the soldiers had managed to save but was still injured, the principal, who was found wounded. When encountered by civilians, Raban was met with extreme aversion and had to be protected from them by the army. I guess this is 5th grade? David Johns. The report reveals that the order to open fire had been given by a supreme command with the government of the nation, who had stated that the school was occupied by a terrorist group, the Forces of True FTP. This is untrue. There were only civilians and soldiers on site. The shelling was a serious violation of international law and human rights by the Army of the Nation. Interesting. That is how he ended up with us. Yes. I don't like how blasé she is about that. I think it's no big deal. Raban Vard, the only civilian. I don't see any hint to his students there. I thought he had rescued a lot of his students. I thought so too. Here comes the article. We must end this. Give me a narrative. David Johns, who are you? Socialite. David Johns, X2 Think. Hi, I'm David, free thinker, philosopher, coffee drinker. Nash? You better watch out. We are fighting the fake news at People's Voice. This is the big riot in front of the Pargesian Palace? Mao, fake riot? Thank God the government has finally increased surveillance. Came to some safety now. You actually believe your own bullshit. Terrible, hateful immigrant who has overstayed his welcome here in the nation? Since when are you so interested in politics? The question they asked at the start of the game. If you had a fellow employee who was talking about their job when they shouldn't, how would you react? David Johns. Would you look at this? Time to snitch. Get it? 'Cause you do. Hee hee. Shut up. Haha, that's a photo of George Orwell. Haha. Ha. What kind of odd call sign is that? Is it one of your agents? Let's find out. Is it one of your agents? David Johns, redacted, 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 redacted. Influencer persona. Ho ho ho, look at this. PCID? Knick knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. He isn't simply one person. They're controlled by different real persons in our services. I will find this person. That's the last thing I do, literally. Who are you? Picture the Golden Gate Bridge pointing out there. Dad. Save protocol dad.txt. Hey, Dad. Hey, Iris. What's up? Peter Young. How are you, Dad? Is everything fine? Sure. Billy has been a bit annoying recently, but you know what he's like. Continuously trying to find a way into that old closet because he knows exactly where the beef jerky is. That dog really manages to drive me incredibly insane sometimes, but when he lies beside me on the couch in the evenings, I just can't help but not be mad at him. Dad, I just want to promise me you'll always be very careful. Look after yourself and Billy. Sweetie, you've been behaving a bit strange lately. Is anything wrong? I'm not as good as your mom used to be at these things, but you know I'm always here for you. Yes, I know. We'd love for you to come and visit us again soon, you know? Yes, I know that too. I'm sorry, Dad. I won't be able to do that right now. I'm super swamped with work. You busy bee. I understand. Aw, busy bees. I'll visit you as soon as possible, though. I promise. After all, I can't let Billy eat all the beef jerky. Haha, you are just like Mom. Iris Young. Talk to you soon, Dad. Have a good night, sweetie. Iris Young is your name. Could be bait, though. keep that in mind. Who says that? Exactly what I was thinking. That sounds... You're just like your mom, Iris Young. I know my mom feels very affectionate towards me. She calls me by my entire name. You're just like your dad, Adrian F.E. Oh, Mom, thanks. Thanks, Mom. Mum. It's a lady? Yeah. Keep hands off? Don't trust that either. So let's check system first. Browser history. Funny cats! Alright. Hey, Tina! Cassandra Watergate. Thoughts. Inner city map. Abraham Goldfels, Juliet Carrington, Nina Maternova. Concern one's profile. Hole up. I've heard that before. Concern one, concern one. Concerned ones, concern ones. What was concerned one? Abraham Goldfels, Juliet Carrington, Nina Maternova. Cassandra Watergate. Yeah. Wasn't Concern one in the first game? Lakers got 4. I mean Riggs. But me, hey! Lakers got 4th pick, Knicks got 3rd, Pelicans number 1. Idiots! And the Knicks were willing to trade the number 1 pick to get Anthony Davis. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Kaiser. Pelicans got the number 1 overall pick. Anthony Davis wants out, though. Is this so that they can keep a basketball team in New Orleans? Is it profitable? They can't keep Anthony Davis. He's unhappy. Even with the number 1 pick, he wouldn't want that unless they trade the number 1 pick for Zion in New Orleans? Disappear. Unknown sender 3 days ago. Investigator. We know you have been blabbering about your new job, controlling David Johns and the others, despite us telling you explicitly not to do so. If you believe us to be joking, be advised we are not. In fact, we can easily make you disappear, as you put it, or other people. Meanwhile, we are keeping a protecting eye on you, on your father. You may thank us later. Time to start taking this job opportunity we gave you very seriously. Don't mess up. Yo! Oh my god. Mash, look at the book. Mash, look at the book. Yes. Ah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, yeah. Tee. The owners own the Saints, so they don't care about profit, it's all about status. Keep hands off. Encrypt it. This document is encrypted. I could tell you, but you need to make this encryption disappear. Disappear. I'm so godlike. If you can read this, it must mean the office has come for me, and you're my doom. The worst decision I could possibly... He made this for me to read. The worst decision I could possibly make was to sign up for Orwell, and then post about it. I would have to make you disappear. Haha, it's so ironic. I have to laugh out loudly if it weren't so bitter. 2 days later, I get a particular email you may have seen. Sorry about the hassle with the passport there. I needed to be sure you'd see what I've been doing for them, so you'd at least possibly believe me. I've been spreading hate in their name, in the name of the nation. On the one and Parges on the other, I feed their rage, and I can't get out. I don't know what she'll do to my dad if I just quit. I can't continue like this either. I don't want to. That heinous bitch Ampleford. She is the queen of lies. She might have told you she doesn't know who I am. Bah, don't believe a word she says. She knows everything already. Why she needs you then, agent? Didn't you already figure it out? She needs only for verification only. Everything in Orwell is mandatory to be acted upon. Everything. She isn't interested in finding out the truth at all. All she is interested in is to have her own fucked up version of the truth in Orwell, so she is allowed to do whatever she desired. What's in Orwell becomes the truth. But this can be used against her. It's nearly too simple. All you need to do is lie. For me. My name is Melissa Bethany O'Brien. My call sign is Ampleford.
Yo! This dude is godlike! This dude is godlike! That's sick! Yo!
Okay. It's time for a little interaction, classroom. Do we ruin Ampleford's life? Yes or no? A life for a life. Wonderful. Not even a question? Yes.
Mash, we called it, dude. When I was reading that document, I was like, Iris, just like that? You said, why would he call him Iris by the first and last name? Yeah, Iris. Iris?
Oh, yeah. Goodbye, Ampleford. No, that is my name. Mine, you imbecile. Oh, I get it. Cooperating with Iris Young, then, aren't you? Quite bold of you to trust a professional liar. You knew the name. This duplicitous bitch. We shouldn't have entrusted her with David Johns and the others. First she blabbers about our new job, and now this. But I'm afraid you have seen enough, agent. This is where your little adventure off track ends. If you expect me to become magically arrested now because you shifted the blame to me, no. This isn't the way things go with the office. Now, back to where we were. Would you kindly take care of Raban Vart? No. There's more here. There's more here. Mash, I was already thinking the exact same thing. Look at you, backseat piece of shit. You're lucky I like you. How can I upload this document? Something's missing. I need a document to upload. A document. Where are you? Hold on. That's where he is. Just in case. No way. You're not that careless, are you? Wait. That's your call sign. Duh. Hello. Oh. 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 Head of Operation War is Peace. Hello, Melissa. Oh, what now? You trying to dig up dirty stuff on me, incriminate me? Admirable plan. If this was your regular Orwell setup and you're an investigator, and I was just any advisor, it might even work out. My actions are getting me nowhere? You're a national citizen. She's sweating. And you're also the head of Operation War is Peace. Oh, what's the ellipse for? What's the matter, Melissa? Take one step further down this road and I will make you disappear. You know, Melissa, it sure would be a shame if there was an operation. Operation War is Peace. Goals. Sub-Operation IPT-4 is part of a larger ongoing Operation War is Peace. The objective is the permanent entrapment in conflict. And by that means the weakening of the cultural and economical society of the rival country parties in order to ensure peace and prosperity for the nation. Oops. This comes as a surprise to you, I take it. Why in the world would the nation warrant this? You're just as naive as any do-gooder. Do you have any idea what vast economic damage the rise of Parges beyond the year 2006 would have cost the nation? We had to act or our country would be where Parges is at now instead. Civil war, poverty, starvation. We averted all that for the public good. Well, of course, for the public good doesn't mean it's going to be good for anyone. The nation has to come first. Always. But I'm not so dumb as to believe you would grasp what I've just told you and change your course of action. You never listen. After all, you have been picked specifically because you thought you were in control.
that the world revolves around you, agent. Remember the aptitude test? You wanted to protect people. So naive. The aptitude test was never meant to check for your abilities as an agent. It was meant to check your character for manipulability. So what is your next move, now that you have this precious piece of information? Did you hope I would grant you to spread it with the influencer? Ha 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 ha. This is like ha ha ha. I'm enjoying far too much you sitting on it, being unable to share it with anyone until we come for you. Ampliford, I do want to give your birthday away just in case before I finish you. I would say it's nice knowing you, but it hasn't been. Peace. Bum 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 bum. Perco leaks. I see. You're more clever than I anticipated. This is entirely my fault, I admit. What? Do you expect me to go all "what have you done, you fool" on you? Why would I do that? You still seem to be clinging to the faint hope you could change a thing in this, make a difference. Your ignorance is delightful, agent, as it is pathetic. I'll leave it to the others to assess the effects of that, what you just did, while we take care of the cleanup. In the end, we'll win. We always do. My last announcement.
My dear followers, this is going to be my final announcement. Why? Because the truth now lies in your hands. Take a good look at what has just been revealed on PercoLeaks. It has been exposed and proven, nonetheless, that the governments of both the nation and Parges are corrupt frauds, responsible blatantly for misleading and killing their own people. It's now public knowledge that these governments are conspiring in order to keep the conflict alive. A long, devastating war that has already cost so many lives. This bloodshed is unnecessary, and it's all for nothing. Nothing but the political power of a few rich, evil, and corrupt men in suits. There is only one logical course of action. I call on you. I challenge you to finally stop believing the lies coming from these corrupt leaders. Power is nothing but a common belief, and it is waning by the minute. Shake off the invisible hand on your shoulder. What becomes of the future is up to you alone. You, the people, need to shape your own truth. And to those of you who listen to me because those men pay you for it, know that your time is finally over, because the people will rise.
Or you will die. What a fun game. Just like the first one, man. See, this is what makes me mad when I see influencers tweeting out, I just can't think of a great game to play lately. I've just been, and I'm not doing the typical like AAA stabbing. I understand that. But even some influencers who play their fair share of indie games and they go, I just played my indie games and AAA games and I have no game to play. There's always a game somewhere. There's always a game somewhere. There's always a game somewhere. I'm not asking anyone to return to a game from 1980, 1990, 2000, or even 2010. They're right here. They're right here, dude. In the last 5 years. You can go new releases like Cicado if you want to, or Sam Show. You can go releases the past 2 years like Spider-Man and God of War. You can go as far as Orwell 1 to Orwell 2. You can play Downwell. You can play Pillars. You can play space game that I really liked. Not Heat Signature, but the one I really liked, my game of the year last year. You can play Rain World. There's always a game to play, man. What a great game. What a great game. That was fun. That was so fun. Do I try Beholder? I know of it. I haven't played it. Especially since so many indie devs have a social media presence run by former current content creators. Yeah, right? Yeah, I have a friend, Kiato Sensei, who's working with the company releasing 8 really good games, and I like 4 of them. And I said, yo. And he was like, yo. And I said, for real? And he's like, yeah, man. And I'm like, sweet. So we'll see. Papers, Please? Of course. I played Papers, Please, and I also played, Return of the Obra Dinn. Last year, it was like my number 7, I think, or 10th favorite game of last year. Elspeth alert, she played Karen. Did she really? I love Elspeth. She's fantastic. You want Obra Dinn? You should want Obra Dinn. If you like this game, you love Obra Dinn. Epilogue?